week, right?
Yeah. I haven't gotten a notification of this yet.
Okay, Twitch is working.
Just now, what are 27 seconds clear? But it's gone now. There's nothing live right now.
You
On
sure?
Twitch.
It's working for me.
यहाँ तो नहीं नजर आ रहा मुझे.
सही चल रहा है यहाँ से.
चल रहा है? Okay.
Stream health is shit. Are you connected to 5G or so? Can you check?
My laptop or my
Yeah, laptop.
Absol.
Not 5G, right? The stream is live on YouTube as well. Can you check on Twitch?
Yeah, it's on.
It's on?
फोन पे नहीं आ रही, आप आ गई, फोन पे भी आ गई है.
Okay. Give me
फोन
one
स्टार्ट
second.
करो, गाना
No,
खत्म हो जाएगा.
Give me 1 second. Just repeat this one. I'm just gonna text Raquel. Yeah. Maybe AC. The AC guy. Alright. 10 overs down. 28 for 4. Get my support tomorrow. One second. Go live on.
This is Sputnik is online. Wow.
Motherfucking legend. Okay, wait a sec. Wait. Let's do this.
Hello and welcome back to Change of Pace. It has been a few months of Pakistan cricket hiatus, but we are back. Pakistan versus Sri Lanka in the beautiful city of Karachi. It's been a while since Karachi saw one-day international cricket, a whole 10 years, and what a way to come back to one-day international cricket for the city of Karachi. Sri Lanka are arguably 28 for 5 right now if this review goes in Pakistan's favor. They're chasing a steep total of 306. Mind you, this is a fairly weakened Sri Lankan batting order. A lot of new names, and Oshada Fernando, 1 off 13 deliveries, has been struggling here in the Karachi heat. Imad Wasim is the man that's got him trapped in front. We'll have a look at if this is going down leg, but it looks to be crashing into leg stump. Yeah, there's definitely no room for the inside edge there. Completely missing the bat. Heading straight into the middle of the pad. So this should be another wicket for Pakistan. And meanwhile, we do apologize for not being able to join you earlier in the day, earlier in the game. But it was another Babar Azam show. 1100s for the young man. He's closing into that 2000 record of Saeed Anwar. Of course, Saeed Anwar played a lot more games than Babar. He has more than 250 one-day internationals under his belt. Confirmation of that wicket for Pakistan is up now. 28 for 5 after 10.1, chasing 306 Sri Lanka. This might be over fairly quickly, folks. Imad Wasim around the wicket into the right-hander, and it's very difficult to get him away with that pace. Sri Lanka will lose their review as well. It's been a dismal day for the men in blue. Not much to write home about the bowling. Plenty of runouts towards the end of the innings for Pakistan between Sarfraz Ahmed and Babar Azam. And now their batting is definitely not living up to this Pakistani bowling attack. Usman Shinwari with a couple wickets up front. Imad Wasim with one. And Muhammad Amir with the other. We are waiting on Khwaja and Emma today. They're just lackluster in this game. They're a bit like Sri Lanka tonight, not showing up. But this looks like Pakistan's day. It looks like a comfortable day. And what a summer of cricket that we've had. It's the last time we were online, we were commentating on Pakistan versus Bangladesh, the last game of Pakistan's World Cup. A pretty average World Cup for Pakistan, but they gave us plenty to talk about. Wonderful win against England, a thrilling, far too thrilling win against Afghanistan, wins against South Africa and New Zealand, and missing the semi-final spot by a whisker almost. But the team that replaced Pakistan, New Zealand in the semi-finals did a fair, decent job of making themselves heard. One of the probably the best World Cup final in the history of the game that we got to witness. Went down to a super over, and the super over was tied as well. And when Khwaja does come in, or when Emma does come in, we're going to talk about those rules as well. Imad Wasim into his over, 3 balls gone, a wicket and a single given away. Sri Lanka 29 for 5. It is a chance for some of the Sri Lankan names here to solidify their position. It's a Sri Lankan side, even with their full 11, they are number 8 in the one-day international rankings. No Mahela Jayawardene, no Kumar Sangakkara, and since then it's been a side in transition, both their bowling and batting departments. And I guess this is another test for them, but this is an opportunity for Dasun Shanaka, 28 years of age, 21 matches, an average of 22, so not too much to write home about, but we are now into the number 7 batsman for Sri Lanka, so you can't expect much here. Sarfraz Ahmed behind the stumps, but he played another characterless innings today, and as a captain, he looks good, and he looks like a man ready to champion his troops. But as a batsman, Pakistan are finding difficult to find a position for him, for find a number for him where he can bat onto the leg stumps. Whipped away from Shanaka for a single. Karachi not doing the best in terms of attendance today. It could have been a better crowd in. I think we've got about a 50 to 60% capacity in at the National Stadium, Karachi, and for a city with a population of over 18 million, a 30,000 stadium should be a cakewalk to fill. But that's not the case today. Follow wickets for Sri Lanka, 18 for 1 and 22 for then a couple. Imad Wasim will continue quickly into the left-hander. Chance for a run out here, and a direct hit would have been Kearns on a misfield, and it'll go all the way down to a boundary. Much-needed runs for Sri Lanka. They'll get a run and 4 overthrows and a little bit of some choice words from Imad Wasim. 31 for 5 now after 10.5. Khwaja is in. Farooq is in. Hello all. Hope you are fine and well. Nice to hear your voices again. Thank you for joining us. Some of our old-time listeners are back. We have missed you too, I have to say, and we've been very lazy since the World Cup. We haven't been on our game. We have been keeping an eye on the Ashes, and a great Ashes series it was. Khwaja was supporting England. I was supporting England. A lot of English fans in terms of the Ashes, but the Aussies were just better. Steve Smith was just better. I think that was the resounding difference between the two sides. Joe Root just did not show up. And Steve Smith made sure that he was the best red ball batsman in the world. Speaking of red ball batsmen, Zafar Gohar getting 100 in the first-class game yesterday in Pakistan. Azhar Ali getting 100 as well. And Salman Butt also getting a double 100, but we won't pay too much heed to him because the doors for international cricket are permanently closed for Salman Butt. Jayasuriya now batting to Wahab Riaz into his first over here. Left arm fast, who was recently given up the red ball game alongside Muhammad Amir. Worrying signs for Pakistan in the Test arena. Just as the ICC have announced the World Championship, 2 of Pakistan's premier pacemen have taken their retirement from the golden format of cricket. And we're going to see a new look pace lineup when eventually Pakistan played Test cricket, which has been quite a hiatus. That's a problem in its own. Quicker one from Wahab right on top of off stump, driven back from Jayasuriya. If he can do half of what Sanath Jayasuriya managed in his wonderful career, it'll be something. It'll be a force to reckon with. 36 for 5 after 11.2. We are around on Periscope, on YouTube, on Twitch. If you're listening to us for the first time, we're Change of Pace Live. We're a Pakistani commentary team that cover Pakistan cricket wherever it takes us, wherever it goes, and up the highs and down the lows. It's fun to watch. It's fun to commentate on. We try to get better with our coverage after every game. And we had a phenomenal World Cup, we have to say, with a bunch of people on Periscope and on Twitch. And we're hoping this series is even remotely as exciting as that. It'll be a good show. 36 for 5 after 11.3. Wahab Riaz, number 47 for Pakistan, is steaming into Jayasuriya. Good length delivery on the pads, whipped away into mid-wicket. That'll be a single, but the Karachi outfield is quite vast, so they'll manage to take two comfortably. Good running between Shanaka and Jayasuriya. Omar Ikram, 94, listening for the first time. Thanks for tuning in, Omar. Let us know how we can improve. Let us know if there's any other platforms you'd like us to try out. We're still in the incubation stage. Farouk is saying, the bowling lineups against Australia not looking good. Only Abbas is a notable one. Amr Wahab retired. Hassan and Shaheen have niggles. They do, yeah. We're going to have to put in a lot of work, and the fitness of these fast bowlers is questionable at best, as Wahab Riaz follows up with an express bouncer. He's exhausted the one for the over, 38 for 5 after 11.5. Fahad is saying, the boys are back. Yes, we are, and so is one-day international cricket in Karachi. We're hoping for a better turnout for the T20s in Lahore. But mind you, I can guarantee you if there's a better turnout in Lahore, Khwaja will send out some jibes about how Lahore is the better city. But that is entirely quantitatively not true. Wahab Riaz, this time an attempted Yorker, but it's far down the leg side. It's whipped away to fine leg. It'll just be a single. And at the end of the over, my co-commentator Ahmed Hassan will join me after a long day at work.
Yeah, it's been a tremendously long day, as long as Pakistan's waited for international cricket to come back home. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that cricket's home. And, I mean, the innings is half done, so I don't really know what we're doing here.
Yeah, it is. It seems a half-baked effort from the Sri Lankans and us today. Nobody's shown up in the commentary box, and nobody's shown up at the in the batting lineup.
But the people showed up at the stadium, or is it still? It
Well,
looks a bit.
It's all right. I think we're looking at
sparse.
about 50%, 60%, which is could be worse, I guess.
And I think it's fair, given the fact that, I mean, it is Monday, it's the first work day of the week, and the fact that Sri Lanka are 39 for 5, not many people will be showing up now. Had it been a more competitive match,
Yeah,
it might have been
Imad
different.
continues wide outside off stump, but Jayasuriya manages to sweep this away from about the 6 stump line. There's nobody at deep square leg, so it'll go for 4. The run slightly flowing for him. He's been quick out of the blocks here. 14 off 13. Sri Lanka 43 for 5 after 12.1.
That was a good shot, safe option too. I feel a bit like Chris Kamara if you asked me what was going on.
Yeah?
I don't know, Jeff.
I don't know, Jeff. Well, I mean,
no idea.
It was the batting innings for Pakistan was typically Pakistan, a very strong effort from the top. Fakhr getting Fakhr getting a 50,
Yeah.
Imam getting I think 30 odd. It was an opening partnership of about 73, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then Babar came in, got 105. We saw him hit a couple sixes as well, a little bit of Somerset action.
Yeah, I think
because he's improving those big hits.
Absolutely.
He still got out attempting one, so that wasn't too great, but better than what we've seen before. And lackluster from Sarfraz. He was there to put impetus in the innings, but
As
he couldn't-
always.
Yeah, as always, couldn't get much across. Iftikhar Ahmed, I mean, he's a limited batsman, but he did okay, 32 off 20.
Which was the
and
role that he was expected to play, given the fact that he's batting at
I
number
still
6.
think that there's a gulf of difference between him and the likes of Asif Ali.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Asif Ali is not in this lineup ahead of Iftikhar. I think it's just because of the fact that Iftikhar bowls that
Yeah, he can
bit
roll
of
his arm
off
over a
spin.
little bit.
Exactly.
And Khwaja is being the Tili in the comments. He's saying, why is the door closed for Salman Butt? Because we don't want the man who orchestrated the
Nima
dirtiest scandal.
Khwaja 6 number pe aake khelega.
No,
Run a ball 10.
Yeah, no, and simple as that. I don't want the man who orchestrated the dirtiest scandal in the history of Pakistan cricket to be back anywhere near the international side. It's sad enough that I have to see him bat with Azhar Ali. On the back foot this time, Jayasuriya driven down to long on for a single. Good over from Imad just after the boundaries consolidated well. Just a single coming off of it. 44 for 5 now after 13. Pakistan are closing their grip, tightening their grip on this game.
Yeah, they're well in control. 44 for 5 is not really the kind of start that Sri Lanka would have hoped for. It doesn't look like a very difficult wicket to bat on. Pakistan scored a very easy 305. It might be spinning a bit, but the Sri Lankans should be used to that. And these early wickets are really going to dampen their spirits. However, Pakistan will take this, and a good start to the series, a good start to the home leg of the international season.
Good to see that we have cricket back. Abdullah Haider, first time listener on YouTube. Abdullah, thank you for joining us. Wahab will continue another attempted Yorker, but just slightly behind the line, and an attempted run out. It misses his stumps completely. The man at Short mid-on. It'll just be a single between these two. Shanaka looks a lot better than his predecessors, so this could be an opportunity for Sri Lanka to at least get a respectable total on the board. I think the game has slipped away from them already.
Yeah, just because I'm batting practice in, मतलब ये लोग भी अभी काफ़ी अरसे बाद जो है दोबारा खेल रहे हैं. I think the last limited overs series that they had was Bangladesh. So I mean, not too long ago, but still, some of these guys were not in the squad then. And Shanaka is supposed to be an all-rounder, so this is a good chance for him to really show his mettle here with Jayasuriya.
Farooq, वो टॉयलेट फ्लशिंग साउंड इसलिए था क्योंकि वो सलमान बट के बारे में बात कर रहे थे. Good length delivery. It might have gotten the edge here, but no, Sarfraz has missed it completely. It goes down fine leg for 4, and the umpire signals leg buys, so there was no edge. It's not a drop catch, but it should have been a take from Sarfraz. He was good in the World Cup down the leg side, but made a meal of that one.
यार वैसे सरफराज अहमद ने भी जो है असद शफीक वाली
from a brilliant batsman.
Producer Sarfraz has completely missed the cue there.
Just like Sarfraz Ahmed on the screen, producer Sarfraz has shat the bed.
He's come off the pads.
that did not look like the best effort from the wicketkeeper and captain for Pakistan.
Wahab now coming back for his third delivery in this over, this time outside off. Beautiful line from him. Maybe just needs to work on the length a little bit. Shoulders, arms to it. Shanaka 2 off 4. The extra is now
pace,
10.
91 miles per hour, and that ball lifted. You could see that ball go past the batsman, and it was rising as it went to the keeper as well. So Wahab Riaz in
still
good
the fastest
spirits.
Bowler in Pakistan in terms of limited overs cricket.
I mean, I think Hasnain is still up there. मतलब 150 plus पे bowling कराता है और बस उसकी जो वही वहाब रियाज वाली प्रॉब्लम है कि erratic है, control नहीं है उसके पास, but he's still young. Time के साथ बेहतर हो जाएगा.
Wahab now coming in, fourth delivery of the over. This time it's this time it just doesn't carry, doesn't really read the bounce there. Shanaka was pitched at a good length. Shanaka tried to duck it away, hit his glove, and just fell to the wayside. And Abdullah Haider saying, Khwaja knows me, Maza786 on Twitter. That is a number if there ever was. 49 for 5, 18.4 overs gone.
ये Maza आपने जूस की वजह से नाम रखा है या does it mean Maza?
अच्छा तुमने हसनैन की बात की है. तुमने हसनैन की बात की है. मैं हसनैन को मैंने थोड़ी उसकी बॉलिंग हाइलाइट्स देखी थी CPL की, क्योंकि CPL रात को आती है. we were not able to catch it. उसकी पेस बहुत अच्छी है, but he's quite wayward in his line length. मतलब उससे बॉलिंग में कंट्रोल नहीं है. I even saw reflections of earlier Mohammad Sami.
मैं वही कह रहा था कि मोहम्मद बहुत erratic बॉलिंग कराता है, कभी बहुत शॉर्ट करा देगा, कभी बहुत फुल कराता रहेगा. पेस तो है, लेकिन उसके पास अगर कंट्रोल नहीं आएगा तो स्पेस का मतलब फायदा कोई नहीं है.
Hasnain is more raw than expired sushi. Expired sushi, goodness gracious. Hasnain has got a.
चलो ठीक है, सही है.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. There's a lot of work that can be done, but it's, I mean, कोई मसला नहीं है.
That's the thing, यार. Pace is one of those things that's hard to teach. बाकी सारी चीज़ें आप सिखा सकते हैं.
Exactly.
स्विंग कंट्रोल, एक मेंटल आपकी अप्रोच क्या होनी चाहिए, बट पेस ऐसी चीज़ है जो बहुत मुश्किल से लोगों के पास आती है. अगर नेचुरल टैलेंट है उसके पास या रॉ टैलेंट है उसके पास, तो उस चीज़ को वो फिर एक कंप्लीट पैकेज में बदलने के लिए he needs to start working on his control.
But also, like, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion as a Pakistani, but in the modern game, how important is pace? Is it becoming increasingly less important?
I feel like at some point over the last 5 or 6 years it wasn't very important, but now we've seen a bit of a re-emergence of genuine fast bowlers. It started with England, I think. They brought on guys like Mark Wood in their test side, who was just hustling people with pace.
True.
Mitchell Johnson was there, and there was
Jasprit as well. He's pretty quick.
Jasprit is quite quick. You know, his action is also very difficult for people to read, and he's quick off the wicket. So pace is now making that comeback again. And if you look at the England side or the Pakistan side, again, Shinwari, Riaz, Wahab Riaz, Hasnain, all pushing the 148, 149s.
And I think Mohammad Musa is not too far behind in terms of pace.
Mohammad Musa is good, but again, what I like about Mohammad Musa, what we saw of him in the PSL is he's got that control, and he can move the ball just a bit on that off-stump line, but I'm talking sheer pace. Jofra Archer 155, 156, and then when you can bowl those slower deliveries on top of that, that changes the way that your bowling arsenal set up.
That was the issue that we saw with Haris Rauf.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's still very, very early into his career, so it's something that can be improved upon for him.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as he has the raw pace, that's just something to work with.
There's
That's
a bit of
good
a
starting point.
Bit of a break in play here as we're going to attend to the finger of the Sri Lankan batsman. He's been hit by Wahab Riaz. वो ख्वाजा saying, देखें पाकिस्तान में टैलेंट की कोई कमी नहीं है. Every Pakistani uncle ever. We have to ask if anybody has taken the time out to watch Yunus Khan's show with Dr. Noman. Apparently he's ruffled a few feathers there. He's talked about,
as Yunus does.
As Yunus usually does.
Yeah.
He said that the PCB rejected his plans, rejected his request for a decent salary, a measly 1.7 million rupees that he had asked for.
रोने के अलावा कुछ और करता है बंदा?
Yeah, he does score a lot of runs. So
he used to.
There's that. There is that.
उसके पास रोने के अलावा कुछ बचा है.
देखो, I don't think he's a bad choice for the under-19 setup. But I also feel like we could have someone with better character.
अगर ऐसा attitude चाहिए तो आप शाहजमान को रख लें. But मेरा कहने का मकसद है कि exactly, you need to have someone with better character, especially when you're going to be influencing people that young and people who are still very malleable.
Exactly.
अगर आप इस attitude के साथ आएंगे कि जी मतलब my way or the highway, फिर नहीं चल सकता.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Exactly. पाकिस्तान के पास अब अच्छा setup है.
Who would you have as in the under-19?
I think the guy that we have now, Ijaz Ahmed, is the right choice.
Really? Don't you think you would have someone that's more recent?
I don't think it needs to be very recent. I think you just need the kind of person who can groom people in terms of technique, who can offer them that advice without really overshadowing them with his presence. I know that India's gone the way of Rahul Dravid and other countries have gone with other big stars, but
I mean, Dravid was a big star, but he had a very calm personality.
Exactly.
And he's not overbearing.
Yes, exactly. You need to have that person that's more nurturing about the way that the talent's coming up. So
we are back live here as Wahab will continue the over down the leg side. That should be given wide. I think that's the second one for the over. And it's not been given, so that'll be a delivery. 13.4 overs gone. Sri Lanka are 49 for 5. Pardon me, 13.5 overs have gone down. Azhar Ali Farooqis, that's actually a very interesting suggestion because
once he's gone from the playing field.
He's in the twilight of his career, Azhar Ali. He's not going to play more limited overs cricket. There's no space for him in the side.
Yep.
The top order is well settled, even though I'd like him to be, but why try to fix what's not broken, right?
Sure.
He's definitely a shoo-in for the test side, probably our best test batsman at the moment. But once he retires, I do think that he's a perfect option for an under-19 coach. As Dasoon gets on top of this Wahab Riaz delivery, drives it away into the covers, but it's fielded well by Muhammad Nawaz, who's also making his comeback to the Pakistan side.
Yeah,
who's made more comebacks, him or Iftikhar?
I think at this point both of them are tied and they're neck and neck, but it's a good sign to see that he's been given a chance. I feel like he's got the potential to be a good spinner for Pakistan. He offers something different compared to Imad Wasim. तो मुझे इस वक्त इसकी सिलेक्शन अच्छी लग रही है एंड आई एम श्योर उसको 1-2 गेम्स तो एटलीस्ट मिलेंगे, स्पेशली जब सरफराज कैप्टन है. तो मोहम्मद नवाज़ का भी हम एटलीस्ट एक मैच तो देखेंगे इस सीरीज़ के अंदर. बट ओवरऑल श्रीलंका काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. 49 for 5 after 14, still chasing a mammoth 257 in the next 36 overs. Not a lot of recognized batsmen to go. Shinwari's hustled them today. Imad Wasim continues as he bowls outside the off stump, just worked away towards the leg side. They'll pick up a quick single, but Bobby Badmash is there at square leg and keeps them to 1.
Yeah, and we've got Abdullah Heather saying, what is Wahab doing around the one-day team? He's 37 in 2023, wasting time. I mean, it's a good point that you make, Abdullah, because one of the biggest issues I had with our 2019 World Cup campaign was not the players not showing up, was with the lack of planning that we seem to have. We didn't think about the tournament long enough, and we didn't even know our starting 11 until 3 games in. Oh, outside edge, but there's nobody at cover, so it'll go into the deep for a single as Iman into his 4th over. He's just given away 14 runs for his 1 wicket. But that is a problem, Ahmed. We need to start planning for the big trophies. Frankly, I don't care much for the one-day ranking. What it comes down to is how many World Cups you win as a country. And if we start planning for them now, which we can, which good countries and good teams do, Wahab doesn't really fit.
Yeah,
so,
in this form of the game, as Imad Wasim fires one in again on the off stump, played down towards the long on for a single. बट हाँ इस फॉर्मेट के अंदर आपको रैंकिंग के लिए जो है वो सोचना नहीं चाहिए, इसलिए क्योंकि आपके पास एक टेंजिबल ट्रॉफी है, दैट्स द अल्टीमेट गोल. अगर आप उसके लिए अपनी टीम को बनाएंगे, अभी से सोचेंगे कि यार अगला वर्ल्ड कप आएगा उसके अंदर मैं किस लाइनअप को खिलाना चाहता हूँ या किस लोगों के साथ जाना चाहता हूँ, दैट्स व्हेन द डिफरेंस विल बी. Imad Wasim again balls
Ooh, slip in place, it's going to be in the air, but it evades the man at short cover,
leading
52 for 5.
Yeah, that's twice in the over, and that doesn't normally happen with Imad Wasim because he doesn't spin the ball too much. But you see here he's getting some grip and purchase off the surface, and again a leading edge just goes past a helpless mid-off, and they pick up another single.
King Wenger saying Shabi Wasim need lots of deliri and testosterone, not kindness and softness. Full toss from Imad this time, wayward from him, but it's missed out. Jay Surya there just drives it away to the man at mid-off. Ahmed Hassan is overly supporting Pindi Mafia merchant Nawaz. Is he from Pindi? I thought he was from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
भाई जहाँ से भी है बॉलिंग अच्छी कराता है, मुझे तो उससे कंसर्न है. ख्वाजा जो है ना वो ज़्यादा एथनोसेंट्रिक और वो रीजनल सेंट्रिक जो भी कहने हैं वो
जाते हैं. I'm telling you now, come Saturday, there's going to be a T20. There's going to be a T20 in Lahore, and everybody's going to come because it's a T20. And first thing Khwaja's going to say, देखो लाहौर में सब आए, कराची में कोई नहीं आता.
यार बट ऑनेस्टली मतलब इस लिहाज से भी आज के वीकडे है, मंडे है, सारी चीज़ें हैं और इतना मतलब ऑनेस्टली थका हुआ मैच लग रहा है, फिर भी बहुत लोग आए हैं. It's a good start. I feel like the PCBs also put too many matches during the weekdays, especially for one days that are starting at 2 p.m.
The Sunday one got pushed, unfortunately.
But that's just one, right? Yeah. I mean, the rest of them are still on weekdays, and even the T20s, 2 of them are falling on weekdays. It's not not ideal.
Also, I mean, it might not be the defining factor, but the cheapest ticket available is 500 rupees, right? So maybe we can drop those tickets a little bit.
Look, we were arguing about this earlier. 500 might not be too much, but yes, I feel like for a majority of the people, if income levels or given their expendable income, 500 also, might be
and
a little
inflation's
too much.
On the rise.
And you're not going to go watch the match by yourself, right? Most likely, if you take 2 other people with you, that's 1,500, 2,000 rupees, and maybe transport or whatever else. So
that's a good point.
There is some room.
You're gonna have a little bit of food and drinks. I don't know. It's just you need to keep in mind the economy. Current situation in the economy in Pakistan is not the greatest.
Exactly, and I understand there should be a balance given the fact that the PCB also wants gate revenue, which they couldn't generate here in the UAE.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe do subsidize it for now.
But focus on volume too, right?
Exactly.
Focus on volume. I mean, if you get 1,000 people coming in at 500 and 10,000 coming in at 250, you're still winning at 250.
100%, yeah. At this point, especially if it's a weekday game, I think that's something that they should work on. And we've seen this here in the UAE as well. They've got the tier structure in some matches in the PSL and other leagues during the weekdays.
Yeah.
They're priced at a much lower rate.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're seeing some wonderful highlights of Babar Azam this morning, 115 off 105. So a good strike rate. I remember when Babar used to get some hundreds in the World Cup. We're going to bring in Shah Zaman again because he used to criticize him for the pace of his hundreds, but you can't really complain about this, can you? 115 off 105.
I was just reading a stat earlier today that he's hit more sixes than Virat Kohli in this calendar year, and his strike rate's higher than Rohit Sharma.
Does that include the Somerset stint?
This is in ODIs only.
Oh, in ODIs
so
only.
So he's hit more sixes, and he's got a higher strike rate than Rohit Sharma this year. So I mean, he's up there with the batting giants of today. They're the top 3 batsmen in the world right now.
I think his quiet
he's really
personality
improving.
Makes him less of a brand, but he's like a mammoth of a cricketer at the moment.
Absolutely.
A lot of the Indian and Western journalists are talking about the big 4. Oh, leading edge. And
that's
going to
drop
fall short
short.
Of cover. But a lot of the Western journalists and the Indian journalists will talk about the big 4. Babar is well ahead of a few of them right now. I think he's ahead of Williamson.
Yeah, on current form right now. I wouldn't say Williamson, but I think he's a better ODI batsman than Steve Smith is, 100%.
Sure,
and even Joe Root right now.
Yeah, Joe Root's
Joe Root's been struggling a bit. He had a good World Cup. I won't take that away from him. But again, Shanaka is not comfortable with the pace of Wahab Riaz. Jeep Saik usne short-handed pull khelne ki koshish ki, just popped up in the air and fell short of Babar Azam, who's running in from covers.
Coming in with a comment, he's saying 250 की बिरयानी होती है, 120 की स्टिंग होती है, तपाल मुफ्ते में बांट रहे हैं. As Wahab now coming in short ball again. This is guided down to third man for single. Sri Lanka 56 for 5 after 15.5. They're chasing 306. HKJ saying 100 रुपए की drinks होती हैं और फारूक कह रहा है 100 रुपए का तपाल का कप होता है. So I mean, that adds up. And Rakhil is bringing an awful hashtag saying bring back cricket to the desert.
Allah maaf kare.
This is only because Rakhil gets free tickets.
Free tickets नहीं, इनके अपने careers के बारे में सोच रहे हैं. सिर्फ इनको पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट से लगाव नहीं है.
इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड वाले हैं ना.
ये देश के दुश्मन हैं.
Farhana Akmal, hey, I finally got to hear Change of Pace. Welcome back, Farhana. Good to have you back. Short delivery.
That's off the gloves, and it's going to go over the slip. Again, the batsman ducking, not reading the pace, and that's going to run away for 4.
This is Sri Lanka's best partnership today, but it's a bit iffy. The runs have come dangerously.
Off the edges and off the bats, and someone was just saying...
Wide, hammered, and that's gone for 4. Wow, what a player this guy is.
What is Wahab Riaz doing back in this lineup? He's just funding himself for that hair transplant that he's eventually going to get. But look at the man at 37. He's pushing 92, 93 miles per
33
hour
right now, right? I think he's 37.
Someone just said 37.
37 in 2023.
Oh, okay, my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, 33 is fine. If he was doing that at 37, I'd take it. He's
If
bowling
he's
really
bowling
well, honestly.
fast at 37, that's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
he
I
was
think
one of the better bowlers for Pakistan over the last
even
6
at the
to 8
World
months.
Cup.
Exactly,
when
he
he
was
started
good.
playing the World Cup, it was better.
Yeah.
And I think the only 40-year-old fast bowler that I know that's good enough is Lasith Malinga.
Malinga's defined.
Insane.
Like, he's just gone crazy over the last 2-3 months.
Imad Wasim will continue here, so this bowling partnership between Imad and Wahab is doing well. No wickets to show for it, but
I'm in love with the shape of you.
pressure applied here. Tossed up, driven back to the bowler, but it'll beat him, go down to the long off boundary for single. Abdullah Heather with some very controversial opinions. He's saying Yunus Khan was so overrated, the rubbish one-day international
100%
player,
agree.
and in tests, Pakistan don't have any marquee series or hardly ever played any 4 or 5 match series where greatness is achieved like other teams. Inconsistent in test matches. Now, Abdullah, I'm gonna disagree on the test match part. Because I think, frankly speaking, Yunus Khan is our best ever test match batsman to date. Maybe Azhar can go out and change that. He probably has 5 years left in him. But on current standings, Yunus Khan is the best ever test batsman this country's had. I don't think he was as prolific in one-day internationals. He could have been better. I think Muhammad Yusuf was far better than him with the white ball. 61 for 5. Imad Wasim, two deliveries into his 5th over, and strikes Jay Surya on the pads, but no appeal from him.
That was an inside edge, but I feel like there's a wicket coming in. And yeah, I will agree with you on the best test batsman that Pakistan has produced. But in terms of ODIs, मतलब कोई हाल नहीं था. उसने इतनी जगह खाई है. 150-200 ODIs खेले उसने. 3, 4, 5 centuries होंगी. 6 centuries हैं, I think. उसकी.
Oh, whipped away from Jay Surya.
fielding.
Beautiful fielding at mid-wicket.
Shaddy.
Yeah, jumping over those practice pitches, gets a hold onto it and keeps that delivery to a dot. 61 for 5. And Sarkhil's TikTok career on the line as well in the comments. Farouk is talking about a new Malinga is on the rise. I did see that video from SLC. A new whippy action in the second. I think it's not the first class arena, but the second division of Sri Lankan cricket. This time flicked away onto the leg side. It beats the man at mid-wicket. A long on will come around to collect. It'll just be another single for Jayasuriya. Shanaka now on strike. 62 for 5 after 16.5 overs. Shadab Khan, would be nice to see a little bit of him as well.
Yeah, I think he's just holding him back because there is a left-hander at the crease, but it doesn't really matter.
Gambit is just right here. He's out to trigger me. I'll get to that in a bit. This time a Dusra from Imad Wasim is put away onto the offside. I'm not sure who Gambit 092 is, but we have an overs break, so I'm just gonna say how does Shoaib Judge still have his media accreditation? He is an absolute imbecile of a human being and an absolute shit turd of a journalist. He shows up to these press conferences to just instigate conversations or instigate cloud-based bullshit, and we have guests. These cricket teams are putting some stuff on the line. The media has made Pakistan look like a fucking country full of landmines, so it's difficult for these people to come here and tell their families that they want to go and play cricket here. They're showing up. They showed up to a press conference, and this fucking chromosome-less Shoaib Judd is asking him, no, I don't care. The point is, how is this man still accredited by the PCB? That's too high, but won't be out. And the question that he's asking is, are your players fixers? Are your players that? Are your players this? It's not okay. It's simply not okay.
यार नहीं बात तुम्हारी सही है कि आप ऐसी conditions के अंदर आके when we're at such a sensitive turn in terms of our country, in terms of our politics and cricket and everything, तो उसके अंदर आप आके ऐसी बातें करेंगे तो मैं एक ही चीज़ कह सकता हूँ कि आप अर्नब गोस्वामी के जो है बहुत बड़े
No, he needs to. यार देखो,
खब्बे और सज्जे दोनों.
I understand that that journalism is supposed to be instigating and it's supposed to provoke and it's supposed to build a conversation.
Provoke thought, not
Yes,
like provoke ill
exactly,
feelings.
Exactly. If you're being rude on purpose, if you're being a jackass for the sake of being a jackass, you should be out. And he's sitting on one of the biggest TV channels in Pakistan and still has a job there. It
While
just-
we rant on, that looks like a great punch down the ground. Imad Wasim with his fat ass chases that, and he just pulls it in inside the boundary line. They'll pick up a good couple of runs, but yeah, that was well played. But
Yeah,
yeah,
good
please
drive.
carry on.
I mean, the more I say about Shoaib Judd, the less he's just an imbecile of a journalist. He should not be anywhere near a microphone or a press conference.
I agree.
And I should challenge him to a ladder match, according to Gambit. How about I just challenge him on the mic? How's that for an idea? I'll do an interview. If I go to Pakistan, I want to interview Shoaib Judd. I want to get inside the man's mind and understand where does he come up
But
with these
आप ऐसे
thoughts?
इंसान से पूछ क्या सकते हैं जब मतलब clearly उसके पास कोई boundaries नहीं है, कोई limitations नहीं है, या उसकी खुद की जो mental सोच है वो ऐसी है ही नहीं कि वो
Ooh, uppish this time from Jayasuriya. This time the man at
playing those nice punches back towards the
good
bowler.
shots. Exactly. There's talent here in the Sri Lankan lineup. Shanaka and Jayasuriya have really weathered the storm. It's not easy for them to come through and play 150 Ks an hour.
For sure, yeah.
And that shot was definitely going.
Especially with the scoreboard pressure and looking at, again, 250 more runs to get. It's not easy to face this kind of bowling attack with the kind of experience that Pakistan has. I'm really impressed by Sarfaraz Ahmed's such a freak guy, man, honestly.
Yeah, we haven't touched base on that. His batting definitely has not improved.
But यानी
his
एक ही
physique-
बंदे को बंद करने से असर हुआ वैसे.
But his physique looks great. He looks smart. He looks.
Imagine
fitter.
that little boy paid 500 dirhams to come watch.
500 rupees.
500 rupees,
Goodness gracious.
dirhams, whatever.
Yeah, definitely Sarfaraz finally looking like an international athlete.
The only thing that's missing now is his batting talent.
Oh, beautiful shot from Jayasuriya. Opens the face of the bat, drives it down to point, and it'll just get a single for that. Look at that. Sarfaraz is pretty quick between the wickets today as well.
Didn't he get run out?
Yes, he did. He did get run out. Avishka saying Avishka getting out early was disappointing. He was their youngster beauty.
Yeah. Avishka is a really good talent. He scored a great century a little while ago against South Africa. He's got the shots, and he looked really good during the World Cup as well. They were trying to promote him up the order, get him to bat at one down. So he's definitely someone they're looking at towards the future. But I am a bit disappointed in the Sri Lankan players that have come in over the past few years. I mean, they're not playing today, but उन्होंने भी काफी disappoint किया. Kusal Mendes, Dhananjaya De Silva.
Wahab now coming in. Over the wicket this time. Short ball completely missed by Shanaka. He struggled with the pace.
Yep.
He's better against Imad than he is against Wahab.
Yeah, I think he's a
Wahab,
better player spin. I don't think they get too many fast bowlers.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka were peppering them like this.
they have a fast bowler on their side today that is apparently supposed to be able to hit 150.
Lahiru Kumara, yeah.
He's supposed to
He's
be-
part of their test lineup, and he bowls pretty quick, yeah.
Farhan Akmal saying बिचारों की बिरयानी जो मिज़बान ने बंद करवा दी, obviously they would look more like international athletes. Yeah, that's a good point. We don't mind that though. We don't
Even
mind that.
Imad Wasim भी थोड़ा जो है वो
Yeah, look, I mean he's gotten married too, so he's got a lot to show for.
दावतें भी तो खानी होती हैं.
67 for 5, 17 for 4. A lot of the Pakistani cricketers falling in and out of love these days. Outside off, this is just defended away from Shanaka. But good face of the bat, a better shot against the pace bowling. Shinwari in the deep cover will collect. Sorry? Right. Multiple times, a few of them. Producer Surprise being cheeky about
Talking about
Imam
Wasim
Haq's love life. Ahmed Hafzal is coming in saying, 100 pe out karo. No respect for our guests.
हाँ, वरना अगर आउट नहीं होता अहमद को आके कमेंट्री करनी पड़ेगी.
Ahmed is only good enough for Karachi Kings.
Yeah.
He's great when they're...
या वैसे अहमद बड़ी ज्यादती की बात है कि आज तुम्हारी कराची में मैच हो रहा है और तुम जो कहीं बाहर पड़े हुए हो.
स्टडी कर रहे हो तुम?
हाँ, स्टडी कर रहा है.
स्टडी कर रहे हैं
पढ़ता कौन
लाइब्रेरी
है?
में.
हैं? पढ़ाई तुम कब से पढ़ाई करना शुरू हो गए?
Bill Gates.
उसके लीडर.
Right, okay, this is an interesting point from Abdullah that I did not have knowledge of. ODI Super League starts in May. Each country will play a series of 3 ODIs versus 8 different countries, 4 home and 4 away series each. Involves 13 countries, will become more important than the one-day international rankings. If this is true, then then I think Wahab still gets to play because he's a good bowler at the moment.
Yeah, and even then, like it's fine. You play for those points or for that reward, but it doesn't beat the World Cup, right?
Oh yeah,
You
that's
still
the
have to plan
primary.
in
That's
according-
the premier trophy for
Exactly.
Pakistan
You
and
have
for
to
any
plan
country. in
with
fact.
that in mind.
And he's also saying Yunus Khan averaged 4 in tests in New Zealand in 2016, averaged under 20 in the West Indies in 2017, only performed in England or Australia late in the series. But you can't discount
You
performances
can't
against
take
it.
that away from
I
him.
mean, those bowling lineups are not easy. Those conditions are not easy
And
to
the fact
bat
that
against.
he played away from home for the last 10 years of his career, that's
Yeah.
not easy. He's still.
Shadab is into the attack. It's been a
Finally.
while. We've seen him. The leg spinner, the premier leg spinner of Pakistan cricket, is now on. Starts off with a orthodox delivery that'll just be collected by Sarfraz Ahmed. Good to see a slip in place, a little bit of intent, as we like to say in modern cricket,
Positive
shown by
cricket.
the captain. This time a good leg spinner, a good turn there. This pitch is super flat. You could turn this pitch into a bowling alley. That's how flat it is.
I feel like there's some turn there. Both Imad Wasim and Shadab Khan so far have turned the ball in the couple of deliveries that he's bowled, and the few that I saw of Imad Wasim as well. So I don't know. It doesn't look like the worst surface to bat on, but I feel like there is enough grip there for the spinners to be interested.
Yeah, Ahmed Afzal talking about how Salman Iqbal was at the United Nations, but beautiful shot from Jayasuriya. Gets down on one knee and just paddles away down to fine leg.
Should be
That'll
four.
go for good fielding in the deep. A little bit lazy on the collection, but Fakhr will throw it back and keep it to just 2. But good looking shot. Jayasuriya looks like he's got potential for the world stage. If he's managed to negotiate this Pakistani bowling lineup, then there's only a few bowling lineups I can think of he can't.
Yeah, and he's playing like his namesake so far. He's pulling out those sweep shots, and he's played some few good punches down the ground as well. So
Yeah, nice.
they'll be happy.
Sports minister from Sri Lanka's come down to Karachi, getting a stint in the comm box. We can have him on Change of Pace soon around. And if you're joining us for the first time, we are Change of Pace, a Pakistani commentary team covering all Pakistan cricket. And follow us on Twitter at Change of Pace 414, and tell your friends, tell your families, tell your kids, tell your wives.
Please follow
Your
करें वरना मेरी
girlfriends.
salary नहीं देंगे ये लोग.
72 for 5. Shanaka 9 off 21. Jayasuriya 27 off 34. Shadab into his first over. 4 deliveries gone. He's conceded 4 runs. We're happy to have Sri Lanka in Pakistan. Happy to see a little bit of Karachi as well. Friday game would have been nice if it hadn't rained out. I think that there was a lot of potential there.
Start to the series.
Faraz Ali is also joined. Wow, 5 down. Yes, half of the Lankans are back at the pavilion. What a delivery from Shadab Khan. That is every leg spinner's dream. Pitching on leg stump, beats the off stump. That is wonderful from Shadab.
Oh, that's just missed the off stump by a whisker. Turned a mile from leg and middle stump. Shanaka with a defensive prod could not get bat on ball.
Shadab continues. This time the googly.
Cut away. That should be 4. There's no one down at third man as Fakhr Zaman chases that down, but to no avail.
Wow.
I have to
What I
say,
tell ya.
obviously Pakistan looks slightly rusty today. It's been a while that they haven't played cricket, but our commentary today is slightly rusty too. It's been a while. I've been off the mic.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've really watched ODI cricket.
Yeah.
I feel like there hasn't been too much going on in terms of cricket anyway. The Vitality Blast was honestly
Amazing.
a blast. Like no weird puns or anything, but it was a great finals day. We enjoyed that. I think
Yep.
all of us were
We're all
glued to
watching
our
that.
seats exactly. And then
Good
in
to see
between
Moeen Ali
that,
do well after a very
no,
rough.
I don't really care much about Moeen, so
Come on,
yeah, I'm
man.
just
I
gonna
mean, he's a
pass
good
along.
cricketer.
I feel like वही token
Muslim bro.
diversity cricketer है, मुसलमान है, तो हम
please.
ज़्यादा
He's
उसको चढ़ा
much better
देते
than
हैं.
that.
Yeah, but it's fine. Like even look.
I mean, he won Worcestershire or whatever that the team is.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire, whatever.
Worcestershire.
He won them the blast last year.
Have you seen that video of that old man trying to pronounce the name of the Worcestershire sauce?
Honestly, I can pronounce a lot of things, but I
Yeah, but
cannot
he's
pronounce
look.
this.
The issue is he's playing against lineups that don't have England's premier players. He's playing against lineups that don't have very good attacks. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to international cricket, when he's been given the chance, he hasn't done enough. His averages in limited overs cricket reflect Shahid Afridi's. Unfortunately, if you look at numbers,
And he's not
Shahid
a good enough
Afridi-
bowler as a fielder.
No, he isn't. Not for ODI cricket.
Slapped away from Jayasuriya. Iftikhar is on to bowl. I'm not a big fan of Iftikhar, I have to say. He's made far too many comebacks. I reckon some of the young guns should have been given a chance ahead of him. But Misbah's at the wheel, so we got to protect, we got to serve, and this is a misfield at
100%.
cover. And it'll go through the legs, and it'll just they'll come down to 2. Fielding has been pretty slow today.
Yeah.
Need to just put a little bit behind the ball.
I
today.
just hope Misbah's stint doesn't turn out like Solskjaer's stint so far with United.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like if
hope
we-
so too.
yeah,
It is
if
a
we
similar
keep-
story.
It is.
But
it is very
obviously,
similar.
Mickey was not as bad as Mourinho was for United. I think Mickey was pretty decent for us.
I mean, fine, you won a Champions Trophy under him, but so did United. Also won a Europa League. I don't want to draw parallels, but I'm just
That's-
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. It's good
Driven away onto
delivery.
the offside. It beats the gap in the cover, so it'll just be a single. Gambit is saying Moin's captaincy was very impressive and it was better than Root.
Yeah, look, again, I'm not saying that his captaincy wasn't impressive.
की
I'm
बिरयानियाँ
just
चल रही
saying,
हैं,
भाई जो खा सकते हैं वो खा रहे हैं, ऐसी बात थोड़ी है. Stadium में भी बिरयानी खानी है. Chacha Cricket and the rest of the gang are there in full force. No matter what the situation, it's always so heartening to see these guys out there and just
Down the leg
cheering on
side
the
from
team.
Iftikhar.
That's
That'll be a
wide.
wide. Extra is now racking up for Pakistan. I think there's 16 extras given away so far.
Wow,
80 for
16
five.
extras in the first 20 overs. That's
That's quite a bit.
fairly high number for our
a lot
standards.
Of, a lot of the leg buys still.
Oh, that's fine. As long as it's not no balls and wides, because we've had decent control over the last couple of years on those.
What's the USP for Iftikhar Ahmed as a cricketer? Why does he play international cricket?
His only USP is the fact that he's 29, but he looks 49. So if you can manage to somehow keep fooling people, then
So
yeah,
he's
go
mature
for it.
for his age.
I have no idea, honest to God. Like, I've been watching him for the past 4 years as Iftikhar bowls again on middle stump, worked away towards the leg side, no runs. They took him to England, I remember, in that test series with Yunus and Yusuf and everyone in there. Played him in a test. This man scored 4 runs, I think, played a shitty shot, but again, he was played as an off spinner. I don't think he's good enough.
No, he's just
again,
not.
work down.
Honestly,
towards
I'd like to
the
see
leg
Osama
side.
Mir in the side ahead of him. I know that Osama's been working on his batting too.
Why can't we just have Asif Ali play in these conditions?
Or that,
He's
but if
the
you want
guy
an
that you want in this situation, right?
But if you really want an extra bowler,
Yeah,
why
if-
not bring in a kid?
If you do, or even Mohammad Nawaz for the matter,
why not?
if he's batting that well, bring him in. I saw Zafar Gohar actually made a 100, right?
Yeah.
So he's a left arm spinner. If he's improved his batting, then he might be someone that we look into going forward. But I feel like there is a bit of a gulf in terms of our spin options. And I remember the young guy from Karachi, what's his name, Hassan Khan, right?
Hassan Khan, yes.
Yes. So he might be someone that we look into in terms of the limited over side. Shadab comes back in again, driven towards the point cover region. They will pick up a single. Slow going so far for Sri Lanka. The wickets have really slowed them down, and Pakistan have bowled well. Shadab conceded 8 runs in that first over, got some turn, and a streaky boundary off the last delivery of that over has made him seem worse than he is. If he got that last English wicket on that 2016 tour, yaar, matlab,
Oh yeah, he did. I remember that.
Gambit bhai, matlab, kaisi baatein kar rahe hain
Massive
aap?
celebration that followed. Shadab Khan now continuing into his second over.
Oh, again
Uh,
turn, but this time pitched on middle and leg and off the pad towards Haris Sohail. And again, when you have Haris Sohail in the lineup who can also bowl, why do you need someone like Iftikhar Ahmed? I mean, fine, he 32 off 20, but I feel like given 20 deliveries to Asif Ali at the death, he might be able to bowl
Full
better.
toss from Shadab. This should have been put away, but it just finds the man at
Misses
mid off.
out. Yeah, he's missed out there.
This is twice. This is the second full toss that
Yeah.
Jay Asuri has missed out on. One from Imad Wasim and one from Shadab. These are good bowlers. They keep their line and length tight. So if you get the opportunity, you got to go after
Exactly, just needed to beat the infield there, and it would have had 4 runs as Shadab bowls. Again, full delivery played back towards the bowler. That's twice. The ball has really, really come back hard at him. First from the field, this time off the bat of Jayasuriya. And he seems to be in a bit of bother, but I think he'll continue.
them. I do have to ask because it's been a long summer. It's been a summer that has been full of domestic cricket and a little bit of international action too.
Yeah.
Since we left you at the World Cup, I'm asking our listeners, what has been your highlight of the summer in terms of cricket after the World Cup? Has it been a moment in the Ashes? Has it been a moment at the Vitality Blast? Have you watched the CPL? Maybe you are a fan of Pavel Florin now, the cricketer from
Sure, yeah,
Romania.
Romania.
But tell us your cricketing highlight of the summer after what was the summer of Ben Stokes.
I mean, I think maybe you can start and share yours, and then everyone else can build on that.
I think mine was just Steve Smith. I honestly, for me, somebody as unconventional in his stance to come back after a ban with a lot of pressure on him, with the English fans heavy on his back,
Yeah.
to perform, not just to perform, but to carry his team. Because besides Marcus Labuschagne or Lasagna or whatever he is, nobody else really was getting
Yeah.
runs.
Yeah.
So he carried that team. He was the spine of the Australian Ashes victory. So he's definitely the highlight for me.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, coming back after that ban into the Ashes, playing in England, and then looking to retain that trophy, he was tremendous. 700 plus runs against a decent English lineup in good English conditions. And the fact that he'd only played 4 matches to get to that mark tells you how dominant he really was. For me, that Ben Stokes innings was tremendous. I don't think I remember the last time I've actually stood up and applauded someone
Wow, that was
watching them
insane.
on TV.
That was insane.
Given the situation that he was in, given the kind of innings that he played, and I remember in that match, in the second innings before they came out to bat, this man bowled roughly 20 overs on the trot.
What time did you feel when Jack Leach and Ben Stokes were batting that evening.
There's 80 runs to
Yeah,
get.
but so what time did you feel that there's a chance? Because I didn't feel it unless there was
Honestly, in that over when he started hitting Cummins and Hazelwood for sixes and fours, yeah, he scored 16 and 18 off I think a couple of overs, and at that point I was thinking, okay,
Something's
this
happening.
might be something special. And then that LBW appeal, the run out missed by Nathan Lyon, and then the fact that he just finished it off the way that he did. Again, at the end they still drew the series, but that was the stuff of legends, honestly.
He said in his post-match interview that he only realized, or he only got nervous when there was 10 runs left.
And it showed because of the kind of streaky running and the kind of
Yeah.
shot selection that he was having. Again, that Nathan Lyon LBW appeal
Yep.
he was dead in the water, but the umpire and the world was with him. So
Yep. Shehan Jayasuriya has taken off his helmet. I think we're gonna have
Hamlet.
and we're gonna have the spin twins, Iftikhar Ahmed and Shadab Khan, to continue as Iftikhar
Dono
does
same
well.
age came, by the way.
Yep.
Iftikhar and
Both
Shadab
are
Dono.
young 20-year-olds.
Yeah, both.
In their early 20s, both Iftikhar and Shadab. A nice Sri Lankan contingent that's come out from Colombo and Gal to watch their team play in Karachi. Hope they're having a good time and enjoying the food in Karachi.
I don't think it's spicy enough for them.
Is Sri Lankan food spicier
Yeah,
than Pakistani food? Because
it's
that's a
quite
dangerous
spicy.
precedent.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's quite spicy, and they eat a lot of sambal, which is this chutney made out of chilies and
Okay.
sometimes tomatoes and other things.
Iftikhar
So-
continues, this time on the pads, whipped away. The man at short mid-on will collect. And Abdullah Heather's following up with his series. Pakistan's first series in the One-Day International Super League will be against Holland next June. Pakistan have lost 15 of their last 17 one-day series versus England, Australia, South Africa, and New Zealand. They only have made the semis once in the last 6 world events across World Cups, T20 World Cups, and Champions Trophies. My goodness, Abdullah, we have our work cut out for us if we are to believe your stats, and I'm sure they are on the money.
We do believe you, don't worry.
Yeah. Sulfi Cobra is still taking wickets for fun in domestic. Gambit is coming out to say. The way Australia managed their Pacers in the Ashes was a blueprint for other test teams. Really? I thought Mitchell Stark should have gotten more of the ball. And I thought Australia were very lucky to get away with a series draw because they had a very thin batting lineup, and
Yeah.
England's batting underperformed.
Yeah, but that's I mean, it works out at the end, right? Even if you manage your bowling lineup the way that they did, and England's batting still couldn't capitalize, because honestly, England weren't good enough with their team selection. If you have Jason Roy opening the innings for 4 of those matches, it's not going to happen for you.
Not going to happen.
And I feel like there should be better players in their domestic circuit that can come in and fill those gaps, but unfortunately it didn't work. The
Shadab
googly
starts
this
off
time.
with a googly. Shanaka gets behind the ball and just defends it away. How about that Babar Azam? Incredible stint with Somerset this summer. I had a blast watching him.
Okay, no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah, I mean, not to be controversial or anything, not just like pick out flaws or whatever, but from all the games that I watched of the Blast and all the other teams, the bowling lineups just weren't good enough. I mean, no, I'm not taking anything away from him, but I feel like some of those runs might be a bit overstated given the fact that he was facing some really mediocre attacks.
Yep.
He still had to perform, still
Listen,
had to
he
put
was
them
hitting
away.
sixes to pace bowlers on the front foot.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
get
yeah.
to do that in international cricket.
No, it doesn't happen, and
So-
we've seen that he doesn't do that. So yes, there was something there that he was capitalizing on. Again, not taking anything away from him, but those pace attacks or those bowling attacks were a bit
I think that's a
iffy.
good point. But at the end of the day, as a batsman, you can only be the best. And he was.
Yeah.
Amongst all of his peers, he was the best batsman at the Blast. And he doesn't get to choose his bowlers. So he did what he could. I agree with that. But I also saw a couple of shots today that felt a little bit out of his shell.
Yeah.
A couple of sixes that he hit.
He's
that
taking
maybe-
something forward from that stint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe a year ago he wouldn't be able to do that. Shadab now continuing with his leg spin bowling this time.
Oh,
It's a big
wow.
appeal. I think it's going down leg.
Yep, that's turned
And-
too much.
Yeah, it's not been given by the ump. Shadab Jayasuriya right now 31 off 51. This partnership has swollen to 56 off 76. King Wenger is saying you are taking everything away from him.
No, look, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to, manage our expectations a bit too. Yes, he was tremendous. Again, I love watching him as much as the next person, but we also have to keep that in mind that maybe the bowling attacks, the way that we saw them, were not up to international levels. But regardless, like I said, doesn't matter who the bowling lineup is. You still need to put them away. Other players were also playing against the same lineup, so they didn't have the same stats. So
Shadab to wrap up his third over. He's given away 11 runs. Jayasuriya will get ready. Up-ish! And it'll just fall short of mid-wicket. It'll go down into the deep for a single. And 84 for 5 after 23 overs.
यार वैसे ये गैम्बिट भी जो है ख्वाजा जैसी क्यों बातें कर रहा है कि द फाइंड ऑफ द फ्यूचर वाज लाहौर कलंदर्स गोट टॉम बैंटन. अल्लाह ना करे टॉम बैंटन के साथ ऐसा हादसा हो कि उसको लाहौर कलंदर्स ड्राफ्ट करे.
टॉम
और वो
बैंटन अच्छा
बेचारा-
लाहौर कलंदर्स की फिर से इस साल पहली पिक है कि ड्राफ्ट रीअरेंज होगी अब.
जहाँ तक मुझे पता है पहला राउंड वही होता है बेस्ड
बाकी
ऑन. उसके
rearrange.
बाद जो है रीअरेंज्ड है. तो सोचो टॉम बैंटन मतलब उस
नहीं, but
लड़के
Tom
का करियर
Benton-
शुरू होने से पहले ही खत्म कर दो आप
Tom
लाहौर
Benton is
कलंदर्स
not
में
going
डाल
to be
के.
a first pick for anyone.
Yeah, but
There
depends
might
on.
be bigger marquee players.
Look, he's got a series coming
I
up.
think Hashim Amla will be in.
Fine, but he's got a series coming up now against New Zealand in the
He
T20.
just got drafted.
Right,
in, yes.
exactly. So if he performs there and his stock is high and he's relevant come Feb, then he's someone that people are going to be looking at. And I don't think that many teams will pass up on him in the first round because he's also a wicket keeper, which is
True. Somerset have 3 wicket keepers.
exactly. And not just that, like in the teams that we've seen, one of the weakest positions that the PSL teams have is the wicketkeeper batsman. So see that appeal from Shadab Khan spinning way too much and missing the leg stump against the left-hander.
If the cars continued here, outside off, he's been cut away down to short third man. Good fielding there as Captain Sarfraz runs down to short third man to congratulate him for his effort. Driven hard but straight back to the bowler.
Yeah, बहुत short करा रहा है वैसे इफ्तिखार. इतनी spin मिल रही है इस wicket पे, but he's pitching it at least a foot too far back, and again too easy for the batsman to
What do
play
you make
him.
of the bowling changes? Do you think Pakistan have taken their foot off the gas a bit? Maybe we should go for the kill.
I think again, given the fact that the wicket is spinning, they're going to try and keep those.
Misfield
Yep.
at mid-off, and Sri Lanka will get a single for it.
Imad
Poor from
Wasim.
Imad Wasim. He needs to do better. And
Actually, that's Shadab Khan.
is it?
Yeah, can't say much. Shadab makes one mistake every like 10 games, so it's okay. But I think UK left-hander batting kar raha hai, and he looks a bit comfortable against Shadab, and he looks comfortable against Imad Wasim, who are both bringing the ball back into him. Sarfaraz has chosen to go with Iftikhar, who's not really turning the ball, and the batsmen are easily picking him away for singles. He's bowled 3 overs, only given up 7 runs, but has not looked
Nothing
threatening.
dangerous
Michael
about him.
Holding is actually in town, and that's a sight for
Michael
sore
Holding
eyes.
has been more than just in town. My goodness, Michael Holding's been everywhere.
Yes, exactly.
He's been to some religious proceedings
Yep.
in some Shia neighborhoods.
Okay.
He's gone down to have some lunch in places of Karachi. He's been hanging out at restaurants. He's making himself at home, and it's nice
An
to
ambassador of peace, Michael Holding.
see. We like a little bit of Michael.
He wants inclusivity, and it's nice to see so many of these West Indian greats really coming into Pakistan and interacting with the media, interacting with the players, and really supporting them the way that they have. So I'm all for Michael
Abdullah
Holding.
Heathers brought up a controversial topic, the 100-ball league in England, the 100 as they call it.
Honestly, weirdly enough, I have a good feeling about it. I feel like it might just be something that people really take into, because conceptually it's not bad. Yes, there's a lot of stupid kinks and a lot of
I feel like it's blown out of proportion. What's the difference between a 120 game and a 100-ball game?
it's just that as cricket fans or whatever, cricket watchers, we aren't as open to change as we should be. I feel like there are still a lot of things that should be changed about cricket. And if this takes off, then maybe this will be a masterstroke. But
Shehan
if it
Jasuriya.
fails, then I won't really be surprised either.
It's Shehan Jasuriya is now at his highest score in one-day internationals, 33 off 58. Listen, the English crowd is a hard one to please, especially the cricketing one. It's a lot of legacy watchers that are in there,
Yeah.
and a lot of friction against the 100 formats already up and ready. But the problem that I see with the 100 is that it's not radical. It's just the marketing and the branding is.
Yep.
And as a cricket fan, you see, okay, we want change. We want the sport to become more accessible. And if you made a list of 100 things that you could do with cricket to make it more accessible and more, approachable for audiences, reducing the number of deliveries from 120 to 100 would be probably not even make the list.
100%, and Gambit makes a very good point. Even T10s have been a success, and you can see the kind of crowds.
Has it though?
Yeah, look at the kind of crowds. I mean, it's money laundering at the end, but look at the kind of crowds that the T10
Casual
league-
accusations there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you ask me, it looks like money
You
laundering.
can't say
but
that anymore because Lahore Qalandar's in the T10 league now too.
100% money laundering. But if you look at the kind of crowds and the kind of players that they pulled out for those T10 leagues in Sharjah, it was some of the.
I
of the
thought it was a
biggest-
bit. I don't enjoy
Those guys
T10.
didn't even come and play in the PSL, so you have to understand there's
But I don't
something there.
enjoy watching.
I don't
it.
enjoy watching it either, but I mean, the T10 is still a bit too short.
Yeah.
The 100 seems like the right amount, like we said.
Oh, big shot from Shadab. He's come down the track to Shadab Khan. He'll clear the ropes at the National
With
Stadium.
ease.
First 6 of the innings for Sri Lanka. They're going to need plenty more to get to 306.
And he's picked him away.
But good to see the intention.
And if Khwaja was
Gone
here,
all the
he
way
would,
for 6.
You would have said
I
he's
can't-
picked it.
I can't do it. I don't have the vocal cords for it, but yeah. If you have a voice clip or a voice note, please play that. But that's a good shot by Shanaka. Just a shimmy down the track, and he's lifted him over mid-wicket.
This time down the leg side from Shadab. It's clipped away down to square leg, deep square leg, who'll collect it for just a single. This partnership is good for Sri Lanka. It's good for the rest of the series as well. These two are getting their eye in.
Exactly.
Shanaka looked iffy at the start, but against spin, he's looked fairly confident. And Jayasuriya has not been able to get it away as much as he should have, but he's hung in there.
I think it might be time to bring back Shinwari or Mohammad Amir, because these guys are starting to look comfortable. And instead of just prolonging this match, we should try and close it.
Oh, God, no!
Oh!
He's just fallen short of Shadab Khan. It was a good delivery, hit the top of the bat of Jayasuriya, but didn't carry to Shadab. Wide-eyed smile from him as usual.
That stuck in the wicket a little bit as the batsman was just trying to work it towards the leg side, towards
well short.
square leg, but it pops back in front of the bowler, who dove but could not get his hands on it. And Gambit saying they have expanded the T10 league to Abu Dhabi, and they're starting one in Qatar as well, I believe. We don't talk about Qatar in this vicinity. And he's also said earlier, Banton, Fakhr, Hafiz, AB, Haris Sohail, Nisham, Lamishane, Rahouf,
And you'll still be six.
Shaheen, Rahat, PSL 5.
Oh, down the track this time from Jayasuriya, slaps Shadab Khan
34.
to long off. It'll be another boundary in the over. They're taking Shadab to the cleaners. We've seen this from Shadab in the past, that he's good on his line and length, but a little wayward and typical of leg spinners. They can go for runs immediately. 4 overs and 23 have come off of it. Sri Lanka 98 for 5 at the midway point.
What a player. Played it very late.
That blue snake is, arching up just a tad bit.
Yeah.
But a little stat attack for you, Ahmed. Between the 11th and the 40th over, Pakistan went at 5.94, which is fairly healthy.
Which is honestly quite remarkable given the fact that we finished the innings at 6 runs per over, and that normally does not happen for Pakistan. And
It was a weak last 10.
credit to Babar Azam for accelerating the innings in the middle overs, as Iftikhar continues, played off the back foot by Shanaka. Both these batsmen look really comfortable against spin, especially Shadab, and they have been
Iftikhar's
looking
not
to
really
attack him.
offering much, isn't he? He's
I
just
think he should bring back the fast bowlers.
get this game done with. They're definitely not going to win it. And flicked away off the pads. Shanaka and beats the man at short leg, and it will be collected at the deep square leg boundary. Shanaka down 26 off 35. Jayasuriya 37 off 60. 100 comes up for Sri Lanka. It's come in 25.2 overs at the loss of 5 wickets. It's probably too little, too late for them, but it's a good effort by these two. And if they can just bat out the 50, if I were Sri Lanka, I'd like to see these two bat out the 50.
Yeah, and try and take this as close to the total as possible, because you honestly have nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, you've already lost the game,
matches.
yeah.
Matches at a stage where you look like you've lost, but if this partnership can bring them close, then you never know. It's that kind of sport.
On the
It's that
back
kind
foot
of
this
game.
time, Shanaka to Iftikhar for no run. The other thing is that you're also denting Pakistan's confidence. If they can't manage to get you all out here, the 10 wickets need to come from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, Pakistan will be, hoping to end this innings and win by a big margin. But if this game draws out towards, the 50th over, and you're still winning by 50 or 40 runs, then Sri Lanka will take some heart going into the next match, as Iftikhar bowls again on middle and leg.
Oh, big
spins too much, hits the pads, and there is a half-hearted appeal. But they knew nothing was coming from that. 26 overs gone, 100 runs for 5 wickets. Shanaka and Jayasuriya are building a steady partnership as we've started to look towards our phones for entertainment, because this match so far has not really provided much.
Let's talk about Sri Lanka a little bit. They've had a pretty torrid time in white ball cricket, but they've had some exquisite victories in the Test arena. You remember the chase against South Africa?
Yeah, those 2 innings coming in the same year, Ben Stokes and Kusal Pereira. Who
Which
would have
one's
thought
better?
it? Oh man, honestly, I think it's the Pereira innings. As much
Yeah.
as I enjoyed the Ben Stokes one, but the fact that he was away from home and he
in South Africa versus
exactly
the likes of Rabada and sorts.
Exactly, he played an attack that was even better than that Australian attack in, again, trying and testing conditions for the first ever a South Asian win in South Africa. That's quite incredible.
No, he was
series win. I mean, not
the Pereira win. Oh, big shot again from Jayasuriya.
That's 6.
Deep into the Karachi sky. That'll be 6 more from him. He's taken Shadab to the cleaners. Second 6 in 2 overs. He meets the pitch of the delivery this time and just over the side screen. It's a dream shot for any batsman.
That's as straight as they come. He's hit it straight over the side screen, got all of that, and he's moved on to 43. Shadab Khan so far has not bowled his best deliveries, and the Sri Lankan batsmen are looking to go after him. I think, again, it's time to bring back the pace attack. 83 meter 6. The boundaries look a bit longer than they did in the PSL, but still I feel like they are a bit compact versus other grounds in the world. Sri Lanka now are just trying to again claw their way back into this game. 2 sixes in the last 2 overs against Shadab Khan. Jayasuriya 43 off 62, Shanaka 26 off 39. A little bit of resistance shown by the Sri Lankan Lions.
Shadab now continuing. 26.2 overs gone. Ooh, just tries to dab that away down to third man, but misses it completely. Just ricochets off the pad.
King Wenger saying he's missing AZ. I've been watching too much of those UN speeches, man. AZ Khwaja's rants. And yeah, hopefully Khwaja will be back for the Lahore matches, because clearly
we have a game on Wednesday too.
He probably will just make an excuse.
Play it away. Play it away to square leg for no run. Sri Lanka need 200 off 140 deliveries. If they had the wickets in hand, you'd say this might.
Yeah, this guy might have been balanced if they had the wickets. Again, short pulled away by Jayasuriya, but there is a fielder in the deep, so just a single there. Shadab Khan trying a little bit too much. He's going for those googlies, going for those short deliveries.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with these tactics. I feel like we need to push them up and bring on the Pacers and close out this game.
Let's end this innings, because, I mean, Shinwari's bowled really well. He's picked up 3 wickets. Clearly, he's offering something on this track that the others aren't, so might be time to bring him back. Slip in place against Shanaka. Good delivery on middle and off, played off the front foot. Again, an expensive over from Shadab Khan. 27 gone, 107 for 5 Sri Lanka.
Had this series been part of the Super League, Sri Lanka wouldn't have agreed to this tour with Pakistan because of their top players missing. Like, they were not willing to send to test team because of the World Test Championship points available. Yeah, this is
valid point, 100%. Or maybe because if it was for the ODI league, maybe they would have been more inclined to send them regardless of the reservations on the conditions or whatever.
Yeah, it's a good point, but I feel like to restore normality in Pakistan and cricket, these series are important, and when you see these kind of teams show up and you see them successfully complete their tours, it leaves little excuses for the rest not to follow suit.
And honestly, I'm a bit surprised at the reaction that they had, because they had agreed quite in advance. We were in these talks with them for a while. This news was out there from the very beginning, and then to pull away at the last second.
I think it's a matter of personal perception. Listen, Pakistan's been a lot safer in the past 5 years comparatively to the 10 years that preceded that.
100%.
But has the media covered that transition? I would say no, it hasn't. It's still viewed as a country that's dangerous when it's actually not.
I think maybe the foreign media, but our media slowly tried to bring that perception back. If you look at the fact that we've had so many of these YouTube bloggers and video makers, people who've come in and shown that side of Pakistan.
International tennis is happening. International squash is happening. Hockey, Oman team just landed today.
Under 19 teams are coming. So much is happening. And again, I'm saying if you look at the kind of people that have come in off YouTube,
motorsport events are happening.
Everything is taking place, and a lot of these guys, the Sri Lankan guys, were the first to come to Pakistan in terms of the PSL.
Yeah.
And now those same guys are refusing to. So I feel like there is something there.
It's a media perception.
Yeah, it might be something
it's a
that
media
we need
perception.
to work on even more.
You look at someone like Kevin Peterson, who simply was not allowed by his family. You can't do much about that. You can't throw money at that.
And look, your family comes over everything else, right? So you're not going to make that decision, even if it is to promote cricket in a country that you might like very much. It's not about that.
Which is the case with Sri Lanka.
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen the kind of circumstances that were in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and other countries, even in India, where you have other issues, but cricket continued, and it's a matter of politics. It's a matter of
it is
branding.
a lot of politicking, and branding is huge. Well, the change has been made. Talking about the cricket, Usman Shinwari is now back on. He's taken 3 wickets for just 16 runs. What a remarkable spell he had at the beginning of the series.
He's making his comeback too, so it's a nice
I
welcome
still
back from him.
I still feel he should have been somewhere around our World Cup squad. He should have been ahead of Hasnan.
I think leading up to that squad, he just wasn't bowling well enough. Yes, I think he could have been ahead of Hasnan, but he wasn't good enough.
Short delivery from him, played away down a fine leg for a single. Shinwari bowling with those full sleeves arms today. Look at that.
Those wickets. He had the ball swinging just a tad as he got one to clip the stumps and another one caught it mid-off. And that third one inside edge, good take by Sarfaraz Ahmed.
Just beat him for pace.
Yep. That was checked upstairs for the catch to be clean. And the third umpire ruled in favor of Pakistan. I think Shinwari should be able to get not too much reverse swing here, but just enough pace off the wicket to try and pry out one of these batsmen.
Here he comes, steaming in again, 109 for 5. Gets the outside edge, goes down to third man for a boundary.
Third man didn't look like he was trying very hard to cut that off. And despite the fact that it looked edgy, the batsman did open the face of his bat. And he guided that down towards
the
third man.
early wickets for Pakistan and made them a little lazy.
Yeah, I think a bit of complacency setting in. They were expecting the Sri Lankan side to just fold, being 39 for 5, 36 for 5. But these two batsmen, credit to them, have put on a good partnership, almost 80 plus runs. And they're trying to, again, just build a platform. Maybe you never know. There's Isru Udana, who's still to come.
Sure,
He's
that's
played
true.
some good innings in South Africa and New Zealand, so you never know.
Well, you just got to take the innings deep, as deep as you can get it. Usman Shinwari now
We're
continuing.
still talking about cricket?
Yep, good length delivery. This is flicked off the pads, going down the final
Again.
leg. Both sides of the keeper being utilized. 2 deliveries, 2 boundaries, and Shinwari's figures are being disrupted here by the Sri Lankan pair.
The Lobia power is not working tonight in this over at least. He's picked up 3 wickets.
Have you ever met anyone else that
Yes.
has a lobia as your favorite food?
No, I mean, I guess all of Delhi loves Rajma, which is Lobia. So
Oh, okay.
I guess
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be there. See, I'm a very cultured person,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
not with like weird references and shit.
About food specifically.
Exactly, it's all about food.
That's what you do in
man.
your free time. You watch food shows.
Exactly.
118 for 5. Shanaka 34 off 42. Shinwari's going to steam in. Try to get the wicket here. Oh, pull away into the deep. I think this is going to be all the way for 6. It is.
Runs.
Over mid-wicket. What a shot from Shanaka. He's shaking up Shinwari here. Good length delivery. Got on the back foot and just smashed him over mid-wicket for half a dozen.
He smashed it. He smashed it, Miles.
I think that one actually applies. Producer Sarfaraz.
That wasn't too short, and he just waited for that rock back and pulls it away over mid-wicket. Good pace from Shinwari, but didn't matter. That ball was traveling. It didn't rise at all. Perfect hitting height, and that's 6 runs, 14 runs over the last 3 deliveries. So not a great change, even though we were asking for it. Shadab Khan's gone for runs, and now Shinwari has started off
Armour
badly.
still has overs in the bank. Maybe he's better on the line length. Maybe he should come back in. But if I was a Sri Lankan fan, I'd be very happy to see this wonderful single this time from Shanaka. Just defends it away to short mid-off and sprints to the other end. A great over from Sri Lanka, 28 gone.
Yeah, Sri Lankan fans will be happy given the fact that their team is fighting despite those early wickets and a big total. They're hanging in there, trying to draw this game deep, and you never know. This might be another miracle of this awfully long summer.
Abdullah Heather saying this is poor preparation for the Australia tour. Should have just played the World Test Championship games versus Sri Lanka on a neutral venue. Even if this tour goes smoothly, the test will most likely be played in the UAE.
Yeah, I can partly agree with that, or partially agree with that, just given the fact that if you have an opportunity to have cricket in Pakistan,
That
I
takes
think you have-
priority,
yeah,
doesn't
I
it?
think you have to take that. It doesn't matter what's coming up because we still do have the Qaid-e-Azam Trophy going on. We are still pushing ourselves on that front, and
now we're using Australian balls.
exactly. So
And-
we've tried to acclimatize to that. Although I don't agree with us using those balls. I feel like the ones in the England circuit are much better. But yeah, if we're gonna use them, then might as well.
Also, the wickets are more batting friendly this season. No low scores.
Which is the case in Australia, honestly. In
Exactly.
England and Australia, if you look at the summer, there was nothing extraordinary, but
King Wenger is going on a tangent that the producer just requested. Going off on a tangent, don't you think it's about time Cricket Board should start considering investing in retrofitting existing stadiums with retractable roofs or state-of-the-art drainage systems? Yes and yes, but for a country that hasn't had international cricket
Yeah.
for about a decade, I don't think that's the most suitable investment for Pakistan.
or for countries like the UAE where it doesn't rain, but then the one time Pakistan are playing, it does end up raining.
Yeah.
That's the kind of investment that you're not really looking to make because the ROI on that
It's
it
just
doesn't make any
negative
sense.
almost.
Yeah, and the stadium's not sold out here, and I think where it really applies is in Sri Lanka.
But their drainage systems are good.
Drainage systems are good, but the point that I was going to come to is then you think about the fact that so many Sri Lankan grounds don't even have artificial lights,
True.
right? So I
What
mean,
comes first?
Yeah, retrofitting a retractable roof sounds great, but considering the fact that some of these grounds don't even have lights and they play only daytime matches,
Yeah.
might be something most boards are.
Well,
are
Amr
not
is
looking to
Amr is
take
back
on.
into the attack. Good decision from Safraz, I would say. And this is a good length delivery on the middle stump. This is an experience for the likes of Jayasuriya to get to play one of the best fast bowlers in the world.
Maybe
at,
if you said this in 2009, 2010, I'd agree with you. But this guy is barely bowling better than Bhuvneshwar.
Top
Kumar at
wicket
this
taker at the World Cup for us, though.
point. Sure, okay.
He's just not fast.
Yeah, fine.
But that's not a metric for greatness right now, is it?
All he bowls are the same cutters that Bhuvneshwar Kumar does. So
Why has Bhuvaneshwar Kumar disappeared from India's test side?
I think they have better options, and I think they have better options.
Oh,
at
this could
bowling
be a chance. No, it's just driven away to.
faster, more accurately, with better control, more swing. Whereas Bhuvneshwar at one point, all he had was swing, no pace, no speed, wasn't really good on flat tracks. And you have Shami and Ishant Sharma has made
Well,
a surprisingly great
he's
comeback
getting-
into his
the problem
international
that
career.
the problem that I see with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar being dropped is that he was man of the match in his last test.
Fine, but again,
How do you drop someone after they're man of the match in
They
the last
haven't
test?
struggled, and they've got a good rotation policy. I feel so.
Yeah,
I don't
90
want to go too much into Indian
Yeah.
cricket, but yeah.
Partnership
they've
now
done okay.
98. This is a slower delivery from Amr on the leg stump. I think it's just a cutter, not a slow delivery.
And just hit him on the pad, 74 miles per hour. And King Wenger, I do agree, English ground should be equipped with this technology. And given the fact that we saw so many rain-affected games at the World Cup and other series in England, really raises the question why the ECB doesn't invest in these. I just feel like given the time that it takes for them to install those roofs, it might make them lose cricket. This is why they won't go for it, but you know it's something that they should consider. Makes sense on paper.
Well, Amr this time a good length delivery driven back at.
there's
chance for
another
a run out,
chance,
but he's fumbled it.
misfielded. It's
Goodness
the
gracious.
Tubbs, Haris Sohail, and that's a chance that's gone begging for Pakistan.
I think even Haris has trimmed that fat a bit.
Yeah, just not from his brain.
Wow,
Yeah, very critical.
that's harsh.
Yeah, okay. 29 overs up, 127 for 5. Amir Shanwari, Imad Wasim, the three bowlers in the wickets column. Wahab Riaz bowled well for his 4 overs, 10 runs. And so did Iftikhar Ahmed, surprisingly, 4 overs, 1 maiden, 9 runs. Shadab Khan, on the other hand, has given up 30 from his 5. No wickets, no maidens, and he's gone for some boundaries as well.
Yeah, just still 5 wickets to get for Pakistan. There's a lot going on. We are feeling a little bit hungry in this studio.
I was just about to say what's for dinner.
What's for dinner, folks? Give us some thoughts. Tell us what you're having for dinner. Tell us what we should have for dinner. We are crowdsourcing our food today. Just the ideas. We'll pay for it. Or not. 127 for 5 and 29 overs. 16 extras. Plenty of them coming through today. Please do not suggest lobia, because nobody knows how to cook it, and I'm not going to have it. Abdullah Heather, our Twitter handles, Safraz will post them on. This is cutaway, bounces over point, and
Should
it'll
be
go into
4.
deep for 4. No, it'll be cut off.
No, it's 4.
Has it been cut off? Muhammad Awaz.
Good effort, but I think it might be 4.
Let's have a look at that, folks. I think it's been cut off. What's Maz got to say for us? Hello, guys. Missed you guys. Sorry, was busy with work and gym. Wow, both at the same time.
And your podcast, right?
Yes,
We've seen that. We've seen that come up. If any of you are Arsenal fans or
We have
interested in
Arsenal
football,
United are playing tonight.
they are playing tonight.
Are you staying up for that?
No, it's the Battle of the Shits. Of course not.
What's your score prediction there?
0-0.
I reckon Arsenal will take it. I think they'll take it 3-1.
No, I feel like United. No, I think he's made it.
I
Yeah,
think
good
he
effort by Mohammad Nawaz there as he saves an additional 3 runs.
So Phil's saying mixed grill and fresh. Oh, that's not a bad option, actually. I like the sound of that. King Wenger saying
Baise tum doge.
Muallim Hassan. What the hell is a Muallim Hassan? What's that? Do you know what that is?
The restaurant, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Marouche or Lebanese meal. Okay, King Wenger.
Are these all in Karachi or Abu Dhabi? Yeah.
Are they Abu Dhabi? Our producer is from Abu Dhabi originally, from the hoods. So he is
Straight out of AD. Repping the Corniche.
the Cornish. 130 for 5 now and 29.2. The partnership is over 100, 102 of 116. It is a frustrating time for Pakistan right now, but good to see for Shanaka and Jay Surya.
Yeah, 100 up for both of these guys again. Shanaka, not really a top-order batsman, but regarded as an all-rounder, and he's proving himself today. 102 off 116 deliveries. Shanaka 42 off 46. Jai Surya 51 off 73 as Shinwari comes in over the wicket or around the wicket? Over the wicket.
All
Short
pulled away
delivery.
this time. There's a man
Over
at
there.
short mid on, so it'll be collected. Faraz Ali is listening to us. Faraz, can you confirm if these locations are Abu Dhabi based, Muallim Hassan, Marouche, or Lebanese Mill?
वैसे आज मेरा shawarma खाने का दिल चाह रहा था दोपहर में, but all the restaurants that I was looking at, उनके
So you know who has a
shawarma
pretty
deliveries
decent
नहीं-
shawarma? Operation Falafel.
Yeah, I've
Right?
had that. Yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's pretty
But the
decent.
chicken, not the beef. The beef is a bit rough on the teeth. Shanaka 42 off 47, 29.3 gone, 130 for 5.
Resident AD expert Sarkhail Khan has confirmed all.
He's
80
not in
days.
80. He's barely in Abu Dhabi.
होता यही है वो, but चलो कोई नहीं.
Shanaka now getting ready for another Shinwari delivery. Steaming in short, and this is going down the leg sides, whipped away off the pads. Fine leg was collecting, but deep square leg will collect it first. It'll be a comfortable couple.
Yeah, वैसे speaking of tangents, we were having this discussion on the group today about 2000s emo songs.
Yes!
I think maybe we should throw that out there. as a
2000s emo
yeah.
song playlist.
Let's go off the cricket just a bit because the game's stagnated just slightly here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some of your.
We will keep calling the
Yeah,
deliveries.
yeah. You can. We'll still stick around to
Yeah.
it, but I'm just saying, let's go off a little bit. Share with us your 2000s emo anthem. Give us. Give us.
Farouk
something.
is saying Chow Ming. Chow Min.
That's cool.
Is that? Yeah. It's
Scott
definitely
acts like he knows nothing.
It's-
Like, these are all foreign words to him.
defended away to from Shanaka. It'll be a dot delivery. What emo band is Chow Min?
I was gonna say, is that the song by System of a Down? No, that's Chop Suey. So,
I'm gonna start off. I'll start off with some 41 pieces.
yeah, no, I really liked Khwaja's share and something that I agree with. It's the Fray, How to Save a Life.
That is a that.
Grey's Anatomy.
I didn't think that was.
flashbacks coming
I don't
in.
think that's an emo song.
Oh, it's very. Are you kidding me?
No, I'll tell you why.
Are
I'll tell you why.
you kidding me?
I'll tell you why after this
Or
delivery.
Snow Patrol.
Snow Patrol, yes. I'll come back after this. Is Shinwari steams in, big shot, but it'll just drop short of short mid on, so no run there. I'll tell you why. Yeah. Chicken Chow Mein. Thank you, Farouk. We'll think about that too.
Check it out, man.
But I'll tell you why the Fray How to Save a Life is not an emo song. Because it's actually
This I'm interested in hearing because I think you're gonna talk out of your ass right now.
no. The story of the song goes
Yeah.
is that it was actually written for somebody who had cancer.
That's emo.
So it's not about a teenager trying to cut themselves over a boyfriend. It's actually
How is that not emo?
because emo music was all about like the self and feeling bad about yourself and just not being good enough. But this was different. This is another.
It's about someone dying and you feeling like you're not adequate enough to save that life. Like, I don't understand, Masad.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Kwan, Gambit is back.
Gambit saying, of course it's emo. Exactly, I agree with you. How
It's
to Save
not
a
emo.
Life.
You guys don't understand the emo genre if you think How to Save a Life is emo.
Listen, if you're not like crying over it, then
No, I get it. It is a sad. What I'm trying to say is a sad song does not equate for it
as
to be
long as
emo.
it evokes emotions of sadness in that sphere, for me, it can classify as emo.
Abdullah Heather saying 2-1 to Arsenal tonight. That's emo.
Emo for Maz, I think, maybe, and his brother.
Circle is saying Snow Patrol Run, and I like how he's put in brackets live.
Oh, okay.
So we're supposed to watch the live recording. I haven't heard this song.
Mossad gets off to How to Save a Life.
I don't.
That's like making out to
Yeah.
Schindler's List. Yeah.
Whoa!
It's a Seinfeld joke, it's fine.
Gambit is
Yeah,
saying
Ladier does emo as per Mossad.
that's not true. You're missing the point here. Muhammad Amr back in the attack required. Run rate is now up on the board, 8.7. So it's basically a T20 game minus the 5 wickets.
Oh, Yorker.
Oh, nice Yorker. But he gets his bat down to it, Jay Surya. And Fakhar doesn't collect cleanly. It'll just be a single. 133 for 5 after 30.1, chasing 306. So I started off with some 41 pieces. Welcome to My Life by Simple Plan. You see what I'm saying? There's a trend here. How to Save a Life does not fit this trend. It doesn't.
I think we're just gonna have to agree to disagree because like there's no way I can take that point of view and say like
Do you think that the Fray was a predominantly emo band?
No, I don't think they were.
So then
They,
it's not
they
emo
had that
music.
great cover of Kanye West, "Heartbreak," but I'm not gonna classify
Oh, by
that
the way,
as
that
a,
song, that cover won cover of the year.
yeah, it was a great
The
cover.
It was a great
It was a
cover,
great cover. I'm just saying that it's not an emo song, and Sergio is saying that as founder of Romauer, he can confirm it is emo. I think
Ramauer and emo are different. Then you're trying to say like Ghalib is emo.
Ghalib is emo. Ghalib is emo, dude.
Question on Change Up His Twitter. Is Ghalib emo?
Put it out there. I need to know.
Apologize by Maroon Public. That is not an emo. That's pop rock, bro. What are you guys on about? Second Delivery's been defended by Jay Soria. Simple Plan. Yes, any Simple Plan is emo, Farouk. I get it. I'm down for that. Second Delivery was defended away. Amr now coming in.
Again,
Attempted
Yorker.
Yorker. Beautiful bowling this over from Amr. He's beat Jay Surya twice, and he's continuing to do so. Yeah, guys, you're really messing up this emo genre. You got to do your research. Only Farouk is getting this right.
Just because he's naming Simple Plan songs doesn't mean that's the only emo thing out there.
I said pop rock, not proper rock.
proper rock.
I said pop rock, not proper rock. I said pop rock.
Nelly Furtado, all good things
Are
come
you
to an
kidding
end.
me? How is Nelly Furtado going to do? Guys, there are certain things that you have to be an emo song. Do you have long dark hair that covers one of your eyes? Do you have tattoos that don't make sense? Do you have extra electric guitar in your song? None of those apply to the songs that you're mentioning. 133 for 5 after 30.4.
All right.
Current run rate
I
of
think
4.37.
we'll take ourselves off that tangent and come back
Okay, but
towards
more emo.
things
More
that
emo
matter.
songs. When September Ends by Green Day. Emo. Evanescence.
Evanescence.
Everything. Emo.
Everything.
Great Christian.
Yes. Cut myself in Christ.
No. That Gambit is saying by your definition only tere naam
Yeah,
is
वैसे
emo.
बात सही. He had his hair over his eyes. If you look at the songs in
That's
that
actually
in
true.
that movie, they were emo.
It qualifies more so than How to Save a Life. Oh, big shot in the air.
That
This should
should
be taken.
be
And it
falling
evades the
short.
fielder at mid-off. Imad Wasim making a meal out of it.
That was gonna fall short all day because Imad Wasim with the good
direct
direct hit, but does not matter. By your definition, hey, I agree with you, Gambit, whoever you are, that Tere Naam, according to Mossad, is emo.
Right, but send us your emo songs, folks, because right now the ones that we're getting in, they're poor.
Sounds like you have some plans after the cricket tonight.
I'm gonna watch Arsenal and United on
And
mute
listen.
with my emo playlist.
Sounds like Maz's plans tonight too.
Producer Frazza put Adit Deep Blue version. Moment of silence. Moment of silence.
अच्छा मुझे ये बताओ.
Can you play it, please? Deep Blue only. As Amr continues. Oh, good Yorker again. Inside edge going down a short fine leg. Wahab chance for a run out.
That was a horrible throw.
Yeah.
See, Wahab Riaz throws like.
Like me? Go ahead, say it.
No, he has more power than you.
Obviously, he's a fast bowler.
One of the worst throws on a cricket field is Mossad Afzal. For a
Guys.
guy, if you saw Mossad, you wouldn't think that Mossad couldn't throw the ball from like the outfield
problem-
to,
guys, listen,
to the
I have
wicket.
objectives.
This
I
man
have-
can barely throw the ball from where he's standing to the boundary.
I'm systematic. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Go. Just make sure we don't get like copyright.
Let's just
blocked.
take a minute to enjoy this.
I think this sums up the game today.
Drake say something count?
No. Oh my goodness. Take Care by Drake is an
Yes.
emo song.
Take Care is a very emo song.
I think we're good. Or are we in too deep?
Gaane mein nahi pahuche.
Wahab Riaz is now gonna it changes the bowling lineup as Shinwari goes out. Wahab is now in. Ooh, good length delivery on the pads. Defended away for no run.
There's a link shared by Gambit. Do wonder what that is. If you can just check to make sure it's safe for work. Risky click of the day.
वो भाई copyright हो जाएंगे.
Oh yes, Audio Slave. I like it. I like it
I
a
didn't
lot.
listen to a lot of Audio Slave, to be honest.
Yo, Audio Slave was the
Maybe
shit.
I'll go back to it now. I'm going back to Bon Iver now. So whatever.
Right, Audio Slave just Chris Cornell.
Other
RIP.
Deep Blue sounds like Atif having a colonoscopy. Oh my god. Down the leg
The song
side.
will never be the same.
My goodness, it's just off the gloves of Jay Surya. Fine leg will collect, and it'll be 2 more runs to Sri Lanka. Folks, Sri Lanka have really racked up some runs here. They're 137 for 5 now.
You know, for a second I read that as Ali Sethi Satya. I was like,
Ali
whoa.
Sethi covered up something. He's guys. Emo is not proportionate to sad. Emo is, yeah. It's like a
Kefiyat.
personality. It's a personality
It's
type.
like Pindi Boys.
Good length delivery on the pads again. Whipped away to deep square leg for a single. They might come back for 2 here. No, it'll just be 1. 139 for 5.
Sri Lanka. Who said Sri Lanka?
Nobody said Sri Lanka.
This is the direction in which this.
It's all the wheels are coming off
Yeah.
today, folks. The commentary's been below par. The cricket's been below par. The crowd's been below par. And Karachi has let down this beautiful country once again.
Can we go back to what we're eating? Because I feel
Yeah, we
like
had no decent options. Mixed grill and chicken chow mein.
if the Abu Dhabi places deliver, I'm open
How about
for
mixed
it.
grill and chicken chow mein?
Yes. New combo, fusion food.
Full length delivery this time from Mohamed Riaz. Played away onto the leg side. Mid wicket stare to collect. It'll be another dot delivery.
It ends tonight
Yes,
by All American
yes,
Rejects.
that's an emo song. It ends tonight by All American Rejects. Great emo anthem. One of the best.
We're not playing it, but yes, sure, we agree. Can we please focus on the food? If you have any suggestions, please throw them our way. Not in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai, in very limited locations, because we can't order from everywhere. Thank you. 139 for 5, 31.4 overs in. Wahab Riaz is steaming in with that weird hairline of his. Pitches it short on the middle leg stump, and a Jai Surya-esque pull from Jai Surya, and it goes
Who
down
do you think
towards
has a better hairline,
fine leg.
Shah or Wahab?
Wahab.
Wow.
No questions.
By
Musad
the
is
way-
going after emo looks, not emo feels. Yeah, man, this guy is very
No,
like,
no, no, no,
yeah,
no,
very
no.
shallow with his criteria. So he's
Whoa.
very superficial.
Ooh, KFC bucket! King Winger has won tonight.
But emo Musad means guys who could potentially be school shooters in America.
That is a fair point. That is a criteria. By the way, Move Along by the All-American Rejects, also a very good emo song,
Okay.
since we're throwing it up in the air. And this is defended by Shanaka on the back. No,
Nusrat is real emo, bro.
no, he's not.
The kind of feelings that he can evoke.
You guys don't understand the emo genre. Can I ask you something, Emma?
Yeah.
10 years of international cricket being away from Karachi.
Yeah.
You would think that the NSK staff would have updated uniforms by now. It's still the same as the pictures from the 90s.
Yeah, they waited for it. It's called retro, my friend. There's no updating. It's called retro. How the hell is Move Along emo? It was like cheerleader song.
See, now, this comment has confirmed my belief that you don't understand the emo genre. It's a voice, it's a sound, it's a certain melody, it's a certain look.
Desi Sputnik is saying by emo you mean edgy teen music. I
Yes.
think only Musad means
Yes.
that. The rest of us, as grown men,
Okay, you know what? If
disagree.
you can find me a YouTube emo playlist that has any of the songs that you guys have mentioned, I'll take it back.
Who says that playlist is the ultimate criteria? It's a personal thing.
No,
and if
emo,
you
you can't-
feel like this
You
is
can't
the
alter
only way,
genre the way you want to. This is like my colleague saying Nelly
Okay.
Furtado is jazz. It's not jazz because you say he's jazz.
how about you just Google emo songs and tell us what the top 10
Okay,
songs that
let's
come
do
up
that.
on,
Can
right?
you do that, please?
Gusto Garlo. Masala is about as edgy as a cheese paratha.
I don't understand.
What are these analogies? Raw is expired sushi. Sushi's already supposed to be raw. Or sashimi.
Top emo songs. Q without the E. Oh, nice. Taking Back Sunday. Can you please give the artist name? Can you just turn the screen around? I'll read them. And just zoom in a bit because I'm half blind.
Show me the meaning
Just-
of being lonely, says King Wenger. Yeah,
Okay, these are
Sure.
not, no.
I agree.
Okay, no, okay.
Oh, just-
yeah. No.
Oh.
I Write Sins Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco.
Just
Yes.
because you know that song. Yeah, this agrees with me.
Helena by My Chemical Romance. Yes. Yes. The Kill by 36. This is good. Keep moving to the right.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day.
Yes. You're
Just
right.
because you like Green Day, you'll qualify that.
Of course, I love Green Day. Oh, Fall Out Boy. What?
Oh, yeah. Fall Out
Nip.
Boy, what?
Fallout Boy, what is this song? Thanks for the memories.
Yeah, thanks for the memories. Okay,
yeah,
yes.
good. No, none of this matches with what you were saying.
None of this matches.
Oh, only
what you
one by
believe
yellow
in.
card. Yes. Also very good. At Your Funeral saves the day. Good.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Yes,
That is a
official
yes. Thank you very much.
Emo.
Khwaja, next time you're here, we're doing a cover now of that. Note to self. Yes. Jimmy World Sweetness. These are great. These are bangers. None of it is the Fray. None of it is One Republic. Y'all were wrong.
They're not the top, but they still qualify.
We are now like on page 11, by the way. In circles on. No, nobody knows. Oh yeah, Believe in What You Want. Jimmy World. What about that song that Sokhil and I liked that Khwaja hated? The one that we shared today.
By
What
Hinder?
about? Honey, are you coming?
Yeah.
Is Hinder emo? Question of the day. Is Hinder emo or not? King Wenger, show me the meaning of being lonely. Yes. Yes, I agree. And show me the meaning of being lonely. Abdullah is not
He just said
contributing.
2-1, and he's
not
like, he
contributing
doesn't
to
listen to
the-
emo music, man. He's just all about stats.
Wow, whoa. Gambit has come out and said Green Day are absolute ass overall.
To be honest.
Can we please ban him? Ban him.
The one from the Constantine soundtrack, Jimmy Eat World, Hear You Me.
Yeah, that's good. There is
A
no
lot
such
of
thing
Jimmy
as a
Eat World
bad
in
Green
there,
Day
yeah.
song. I just want to let people know. There is no, in the physicality of
Everything
it.
they produced after like 2005 to 7 was...
Nobody.
Yeah.
It's great.
जब तक आप नहीं मर जाते तब तक गाना नहीं खत्म होगा.
It was A by Simple Plan. Oh yeah, good. Post Malone leave. Oh, Post Malone. Nobody that has a face tattoo can be emo. Rejected, King Wenger. Rejected.
Who made you? You said weird tattoos.
No.
Hair over the eyes.
I'm making the rules.
Wow.
It's
okay.
this is what make the short delivery, but it misses the glove. We are in the 33rd over. Muhammad Amr is back. The game. We are still a cricket
Podcast. Did you?
No.
Close it. Band karo.
We are still a cricket commentary. 140 for 5 after 32.1.
Can you mute his mic?
You gotta do better, bro. You got a long night ahead of you. I say you get your playlist going now. Shanaka 46. I have to say, I really like his name. I like saying his name. Shanaka. It sounds like a really cool spell.
Sounds like an Indian villain.
140 for 5, 32.1 gone. Slow delivery from Amr, but most of them are these days.
Again, a shitty
Chance for
throw
run
by
out.
Wahab Riaz. He is a fitter version of Mossad when it comes to outfield throws.
Listen, I have to address this because I feel
You're
very
throwing
offended.
tennis balls.
I feel offended. First of all, the tennis ball is not heavy, so it goes slowly. It's just how it is.
हम
Second,
बाकी सारे के दूसरी बॉल फेंक रहे होते हैं कोई.
second thing, I am not a good outfielder. So my first
This
priority,
is a revelation to me.
my first priority as a man in the outfield is make sure the ball doesn't evade me through my legs or.
It doesn't matter
otherwise.
if to take a triple while the ball is in
So
your hands.
the first goal is to collect cleanly, which I did very successfully that day. If I may add.
Duran, come undone.
Oh, nice Duran reference.
Going a little old school.
Nice King Wenger. Nice
Yeah.
King Wenger. A man of culture.
Yeah,
I
look at
see.
that, man. He goes from Post Malone to
Duran.
Duran. This is huge, yes. Huge cultural gap.
Defended away under the offside. They steal a single here. Shanaka and Jay Surya. 141 for 5. What happens if Sri Lanka win this?
We closed down this this commentary stream because we said that they lost like 10 overs.
10
ago.
overs. Oh, yeah. But it's been a good fight back from these two. Disappointing from a Pakistani standpoint. We've seen this in the past, by the way. The new bowlers coming in and taking wickets, but we haven't been able to close out innings. We're seeing that today again.
Yeah, and I think a lot of teams have struggled with this over the past few years, that the tails have kind of wagged a little too much, more than what people expected. 9-inch nails, yes, every day is exactly the same.
Oh, big
again,
shot.
a slog, that should be 4.
Yep.
He's found the gap at mid-wicket, and it's Jai Surya who takes Muhammad Amir, the medium pacer, over the infield.
Speaking of Jay Surya,
Top shot.
who do you think the
From a
greatest
brilliant
ever
batsman.
Sri Lankan batsman is?
Sangakkara,
You think he's better than the likes of Jay Surya?
Yeah, 100%.
Who revolutionized the game?
100%.
Who changed how to open the batting in the one-day cricket?
100%. Man averages 56 plus in Test match cricket.
Do you think
he's one of the
Sangakkara-
highest scorers ever in ODI
Yeah, I
cricket?
can't listen. I'm not
T20s,
going to sit
everything.
here and
Yeah.
discount Sangas.
Yeah.
Sangas is Sangas. He's a proper.
I mean, he's one of my
proper
favorite batsmen of all time. Anyway,
Good
but
person,
I
too,
think,
and-
I think he's
But
he's
I
the
have to
greatest
say,
for Sri
like in
Lanka.
terms of the impact that they've had Island cricket. I reckon Jayasuriya just edges him out. Good Yorker from
Yeah,
Amr.
Jayasuriya is a guy who played like 400 ODIs and had an average of 30. Yes, he was exhilarating. He was one of those guys that when you were watching him, you know could expect anything to happen. Again, has a triple hundred in a game in which they scored 900 plus runs.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from him. He's an all-time great for Sri Lanka.
Listen,
Just
they
not
have
the
wickets too.
greatest.
He's got wickets too in his bank.
Yeah, but I mean, again, both 400 matches, he's got 200 something wickets, so 300 wickets.
Gambit
and
saying
Jay
we
Worthington
might.
is up there with him. So.
Yeah, he's up there. It's a tough choice between the two.
Yeah.
And defended away, just another dot delivery. At the end of the 33rd over, Sri Lanka are 147 for 5.
Spellbound by Susie and the Banshees.
Okay.
If
So
I'm saying
nobody
that
here
name wrong,
listens to
please
my
correct
red
me.
jumpsuit apparatus.
No, I think that was a first for me.
It was a very niche band, I guess. Yambu only. Pakistan were 166 at this stage. Sri Lanka lagging behind in the wickets column as well. Pakistan were just 2 down. Sri Lanka just 5 down. So I read a very interesting comment on Twitter today, not by one of the Twitter celebs, but one of these normies like us.
Normies?
Yeah, and it said, unfortunately, or negative connotation. It was the start of the sentence was a negative connotation. Can't remember the exact word. Pakistan bat to the 40th over by only 2 wickets.
Right.
Is that an unfortunate instance? I don't think that's a problem.
How
This
is that a
gentleman,
How is that a problem?
I'll tell you what. This gentleman felt that this was an issue
Okay.
because Pakistan were lackluster in the last 10 because their middle order was coming in and just not doing enough. The likes of Sarfraz and Iftikhar and Haris don't really get a move on. They're not known for that.
What is your ideal situation then? I mean,
I
I'm just
guess
saying
you're-
from
yeah.
his perspective.
Yeah, I think
What does he want?
Ideally, I think you want to be 3 or 4 down.
In the 40th over?
Yeah.
You can just rotate your batting lineup.
But do we never do that?
Fine, but I'm just saying instead of asking for more
Listen,
wickets to be
I
down.
disagree with his
Again, that's what I'm saying. I'm just giving him
Yeah.
a alternative. So instead of asking for more wickets to be down, maybe just play around with your batting order, be more dynamic. Other teams have done it. England send Joss Butler up the order if they're in these kind of situations. As Jayasuriya pulls that one away, and he seems to have done something to his leg. They did not take the single on that last delivery. He's on the ground, and the trainer is out there. They're looking after him. I think maybe he might have twisted his knee or something else because that was a non-contact injury, and he looks to be in a bit of bother.
So Kale has listened to a little bit of Red Jumpsuit. That's nice.
Sarkhail is probably the most emo person I know. So when you were saying that you can take that, no, this is the one time I will say this, that Sarkhail is the chairman of the emo committee.
I think he's
if
chairman
you can
of.
open up any
he
of
can
his,
have it. No.
open up his Facebook from 2000 and whatever until he joined Twitter.
I really hope his wife's not listening to this.
This man was the king of emo. Like, I will give him all the credit. Yeah. No, I'm saying go further back, man. Look at his statuses. I was there with him. I saw
Emma's
them.
been here too long. He's seen it all.
I've seen it all. So I'm just telling you, go back, look at those statuses, and then tell me he's not the king of emo.
Okay, no, I'm going to give him a seat on the board,
Yeah.
but he can be king of Ghamauer. I'm taking control of the emo
AZ
song.
Khwaja is back, and he says, real talk, Sir Faraz has no spot in this team.
Hit it. Eshasha Henji Alunga. It's on request.
But then who's going to sing? Why did I read that comment? Ahmed was liking my shit, he knows. Yeah, exactly, man. ये ख्वाजा की ईमान था मैं. Makes him want to just like question everything.
Little conference between Shinwari, Haris, and Lau.
Yeah, those Omo and Sean commercials are really emotional,
Hey,
man.
that Sean commercial was insane, okay? If you didn't cry at that Sean
तुमने भी
commercial,
जूनियर को
get
कहा
out.
कि हमें बिरयानी कौन बना के देगा?
कौन सा मैटर है?
हाँ, वो अली जफर वाला.
Listen, Khwaja,
Byron
if
Fowler.
you're not crying at that Sean commercial, check yourself, bro. No.
There's so many of them, man. There's one, where the Chinese woman makes biryani. Then there's a new one where the girl is deaf.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the girl's mute. Sorry, and she can't speak.
No, I'm talking about the ones where they're
originally
expats.
where the boy says, "Oh, Mari biryani kidhar hai?" But miyad aa rahi hai, exactly. But the new one, the girl's mute, and these aunties are like, "Oh, ye bolti nahi hai," this and that. So she brings the biryani, and then the guy goes like, "Matlab zaika hi jo baat kar leta hai," some bullshit like that.
Boom.
And then it
Copyright.
turns out like she signs something to him, and then aunties are like, "Oh, what's happening?" But yeah, so Sergey will probably shed a few tears on that one.
Partnership of 119, and before this, it looked like a bit of a toll-free number, 1840006.
Yeah, वैसे मैं ऑफिस में हमेशा ये बता रहा होता हूँ क्योंकि we don't deal with Pakistan as a region, but Surf Excel, which is Omo here, they have some of the most emotional advertisements. And
But you guys are German, so you don't give a shit.
yeah, exactly. We're very very strict with what we do. But my point is, the ads that they make for Ramadan and things like that, they are like, yeah, they're heavily invested on the emotional side. But somehow they convey the message. So is it a bad thing to have emotional advertising?
No, it's not at all.
Yeah.
I think Sean does a phenomenal job of advertising.
Student athlete Asad Afzal is
Permanent
walked in
student-
with
permanent
his
student
bag of
athlete.
McDonald's and his triangle
Did you go to the
titties.
car wash?
Has anyone seen Samsung emo commercial chimes in Ghazanfar Raza, our resident all-rounder?
We do miss a little bit of Agha today. It's been a while since we've commentated with him.
He's really upset at the fact that you're not hosting these podcasts at his house anymore.
Well, I mean, he does have a family and a cat.
Yeah,
He's
true.
played away down to third man for a couple. He was kind enough to host us for the entire World Cup. Shout out to Agha.
Shout out to Fizza. Shout out to Gogo.
We miss a little Gokes.
Yeah, no, he's gotten big, man. Gogo's gotten bigger. I saw him recently.
Oh, yeah?
Man was looking to attack me, but, survived that one.
What? Wow. Ahmed Hassan has a serious issue with cats.
Yes, I do.
No, I've actually overcome mine recently, so we're okay. 150. I think it's just because I'm friends with Sarfraz now and he has more cats than humans. 150 for 5. 150 comes up 33.4. He's just adopted an adorable new kitten, actually. The best use of his 5K camera. You always do this, Assad. Assad comes back after his practices and he sits here with his stinky socks. Stinks up the
Throw
apartment.
open your fries. Go wash your feet. Tum na ho manipulative.
It's manipulative? Yes, because other advertising is so real and so honest. Wow. It's a good delivery from Wahab following the batsman onto the leg side. 150 for 5 after 33.5.
I'm no longer hungry. Asad's killed my appetite. Yeah, Abdullah's just been like, nope. Not the conversation I want to have, so he's just bounced. $150 for 5 after 33.5. Sri Lanka now need 156 from 97. Given a few wickets in the bank, this might have been something that they fancied.
Yeah.
Wahab Riaz goes slow and full outside edge, but there's third man there. They'll pick up a single. That's the end of the 34th. 68 miles per hour. You can see that was from the back of the hand. And Sri Lanka still hanging in there.
Pakistan don't seem to care too much, though.
Yeah, I don't think we really mind. It's just that it's just dragging on too much. You want to see your team finishing off strongly.
Do you think
and-
a Sri Lanka win will help the series?
hey, it might really open our eyes and help us get to that next level. Because if we lose here or from this kind of situation, then get in a lanat hai aap pe. Lanat hai aap pe.
Have you seen that video of Misbah Haq and Omar Akmal running between the wickets?
What is it? This man's like plugging himself. He's plugging himself in the comments. Ban
Wow.
it. Ban the social media.
What is happening? Our
social
own,
media influencer.
Our own social media manager
is
is plugging
his
himself.
own account, not our account. He's
But
plugging
by
his
the way,
own
I
account.
have to say, when I met Sohail about 6-7 years ago,
yeah.
he was an absolute shit photographer. And
I
he,
thought you were gonna say something else.
I mean, he used to take photos that he thought were good.
Because he had a shit camera.
Yeah, but now they're actually very nice.
Yeah, he's YouTube tutorialed the shit out of himself.
They're appeasing to look at. So do head over to his. Yeah. So go over to his Instagram.
VSCO.
Cut away this time and beats the man at cover, and it'll be just a single.
Lightroom gang hashtag.
Hey, whatever he's doing, it's working. The photos actually look great.
Yeah, no credit to him, man.
I think right now we're on Brussels. We've already moved from Brussels.
I've just muted him until he's done with his travel. अब आइसलैंड जा रहा है मतलब अब तो खत्म. आइसलैंड में जो तस्वीरें होंगी बस अगले 1.5 साल तक. Yes.
Yeah.
वैसे Sarkhail, you should do that.
You should. A travel vlog coming in.
Yeah.
No, don't vlog. That's gay. 152 for 5.
Whoa. How could you say that? That's a racial slur.
Smashed away into the offside. When are you going to Iceland?
Apparently
Apparently the football there is better than England. 152 for 5 after
He's going to that
34.3.
giant volcano.
Smashed away. By the way, we are doing an El Camino screening at 414.
in 9 days, right? Yeah.
We're doing a screening at 414.
Okay. Cool. Enjoy.
You are too welcome.
Thanks. Thanks to welcome.
Ahmad Wasim. Down the track from Shenex. No, from Jay Surya. As she gets the hand to it, it'll just be a single.
Shopee ad with CR7 was emotional. वैसे हाँ.
Yes, that was manipulative.
They took all my money.
153 for 5. One of the most lackluster games of one-day international cricket I've ever watched. What do you want to eat? Oh, cutaway this time. Beats the point. And it'll go for 4. Shenex. You're on the mic.
Who's listening anyway? I'm sorry.
157 for 5. 35 overs gone. They need 149 and 15 overs. 10 and over. This is possible.
Sure, if you say so. my professionalism is on hold right now. I'll be back after my order. Have whatever. Just tell me what you want. Just put it. Guys, if you have any orders, if you want anything to eat, let me know now, because once you miss the train, it's not coming back.
If anybody wants shawarmas from across the street.
Mexican or plain, just let me know. We have options. Basad, can you please tell us what you want to eat? Because
Dabbed away down to third man. It's Shadab Khan that's back, and he's been greeted by a boundary attempt that'll be cut off by Muhammad Amr. And they'll come back for 3 good running because of the NSK's outfield being quite large. 160 comes up, 160 for 5 and 35.1. Why not KFC? Why aren't we doing a little Kentucky chicken fried?
because I don't hate myself.
The shawarma's not any better.
Hey, the shawarma, it doesn't do what KFC does.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. As Shadab Khan
The human
continues.
body
Tossed up. Oh, I think he's dropped a catch here. Surprise.
doesn't look as disappointed as he normally is. So I'm guessing he hasn't. Those are signal buys.
Yeah, despise, so doesn't
no
connect.
connection on that shot.
Yeah, just give me what you're having. It's fine.
This is Mexican.
$162 for 5 as the shawarmas have been ordered. And at 35.2.
Alhamdulillah.
None of your suggestions have been taken up, by the way. We are not apologetic towards that. Down the track, tries to heave it away onto the leg side, gets an inside edge, and square leg will come around to it. My goodness, this man has a poundage on him.
It's Asif Ali.
Is that?
Yeah.
Why does he have his full name on his shirt?
I don't know.
Speaking of names of shirts, what do you think about
Ali's.
test match jerseys having names on shirts?
Yeah, I'm for that. I don't think it's a bad change. Again, that's what I'm saying. Cricket fans in general aren't too.
No, see, that
receptive
kind of
to
change I get.
Yeah, but that's minor. I don't think it's a huge.
Oh,
thing.
reverse sweep in the air. Could
Should
be taken.
Oh, mistimes it. Stupid Muhammad Amir was not able to judge that. That's gone all the way for 4. Shadab Khan unlucky. He drew the false shot from Jayasuriya, and that's gone to the third man boundary for 4.
168 for 5 now. 35.4 overs gone. The small contingent of Sri Lankan fans in Karachi are waving their flags. They are inching towards an unlikely victory scenario.
Oh, he completely misjudged that. That was going over his head, but had he backpedaled, it would have made his way into his hands. Muhammad Amir, the culprit there.
Maybe I'm a better outfielder than Muhammad Amir.
Debatable
Pull away.
again in the air. Is there a fielder there? No, falls just short of him. A good pickup there, and they'll pick up one again. This has been an expensive over from Shadab
But a
Khan.
good
Almost
one, though.
11
He's
overs.
gotten a couple
drawn the
chances.
edge. Actually, that's Rizwan, not even Asif Ali. So
What is Rizwan?
yeah,
Looks
he
so
looks
chubby.
he looks very chubby.
Maybe he's got some sweaters on for the 40-degree
Yeah,
Karachi
absolutely.
weather.
Looking to lose that weight. Quicker one. It was the googly read by the batsman who pulls it away, but there is a mid wicket there. So
King
no
Wenger
run.
saying Delhi Nihari scene.
Yeah,
karo
Delhi
boys.
Nihari वैसे उफ मिल जाए ना तो
Okay,
कोई
Delhi
बात नहीं.
Nihari or BNB Nihari?
No, I'm going with BNB Nihari.
I think Delhi edges it out a little bit because they've got more options in terms of the muggers.
True, but I feel like BNB on its day is
On its day,
yeah.
on its day. It's a bit like Pakistan.
Yeah,
But,
it's unmatched. If you haven't tried a King Wenger,
Yeah.
I would recommend going down to BNB and grabbing a bite there. It is worth the hype.
BNB is great, yeah. I think
141 run partnership between these two again for batsmen who aren't really renowned to be.
I have said this multiple
top
times on
six.
Change of Pace. If you want to make a batting career, start with Pakistan.
Yeah, it seems to be the way to go.
David Warner out of form, banned, shamed, ridiculed,
Let him
comes
come
in,
back.
scores 200s.
He's going to. I think he's going to score like 5 and 5.
No, he scored 200s against us in the UAE already.
I'm saying when we face him against when we go up against him in Australia after that dismal series that he's just had in England, he's going to make that comeback against us. Imad Wasim is going to bowl to the left-handed Jayasuriya. He was on 75. He's looking for that first international century today. Around the wicket,
Down
comes
the track,
And
smashed.
that
Smashed
should be
over
4.
1-1. Yeah, that's a 4 runs from Jay Surya. This is now becoming into a very...
Honestly, 50-run difference between bat and ball. Just the wickets that are a bit troubling for the Sri Lankans. But if in the next 10 overs they can bring this down to 60 or 70,
Exactly.
they might be looking at
also
at
this
an
is
upset.
you have to say this has been a very dismal, lackluster bowling performance now. You get
Yeah,
5
they seem
wickets
to
up
be-
front, and then you take the foot off the gas.
Exactly. They seem to be a bit devoid of ideas. The bowling has been one-dimensional so far. So Pakistan's right now have let the game slip away
And
from
I have
them.
to ask though,
Yeah.
because Assad makes a conscious effort of ridiculing my purchasing.
Yeah.
He has my Amazon Prime account,
Right.
and I want to ask: is he the gentleman that's ordered the Yoga Foam Roller Tube Soft Orange?
That's in the air again. There's no fielder there. Lands safely, and that should run away to the boundary for 4. Picked up over mid-wicket. A very casual shot by Shanaka, but he's found the gap, and Sri Lanka are now piling on the runs.
Short and wide, hammered, and that's gone for 4. Wow, what a player this guy.
Are we watching one of the great one-day international chases of all time?
This might be an all-timer if they can pull this off from 36 for 5 to 307 for 5.
But it is the
potentially.
hope that'll put them under pressure, and that's going to be new for them, right? Because once they start feeling that they can do this,
Yeah.
that's when it seeps into
Look,
the
it's still in
mind.
Pakistan's favor, but just the fact that they are bringing it closer this time, a back foot punch through the covers, they'll pick up an easy single. But yeah,
Poor-
the fact that they are bringing it close will affect the Pakistanis, who have been dominant throughout this game, but just have not been able to end this innings as early as they would have liked. Imad Wasim again to Jayasuriya,
Ooh,
who
little
tries the
reverse
reverse
sweep.
paddle, comes off the toe end towards cover, so no run. 36.4 overs, 5 overs gone, 179 for 5. Sri Lanka need 9.65 runs and over to chase down this 308 target. Imad Wasim again for the last delivery of the 37th.
Whipped
Pulled
away.
That finds the fielder, so just another single, but a good over nonetheless. They picked up almost 12 or 13 runs off it. 180 for 5 after 37. Sri Lanka are looking for an improbable victory here. But yeah, I do agree that Asad Afzal is most likely the one who's ordered this weird foam tube roller as he browses through his Instagram. Maybe scroll back up a couple of posts, buddy. Let's have a look at those memes. Nope, not those memes. The memes above that one. Oh, no, just there we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
180 for 5 after 37 overs. We've talked about yoga foam rollers, emo music. We're going through some memes, I guess.
It's been a full circle. You know, it's a full platter for us today. Look at those memes. Shadab Khan now to Jayasuriya, who...
Oh, big appeal! This should be
Pad.
get in! This should be given. Give it away, white
I
man.
think that.
Oh, he's not giving away.
Whoa! I think they were thinking it's spinning down, but they should review this. No harm in it. He's not going for it. Shadab Khan said
I reckon
no.
it was pitching outside leg.
No, I think that was just spinning past the leg stump. It pitched outside off, struck him in front, and the much thinner Sarfraz Ahmed says no this time.
I like how you've pointed that out.
I need to let people know, if you're not watching, Sarfraz has lost a lot of weight.
Down the track, gone! Oh, he's missed it completely. Sarfraz Ahmed, he's gone thinner, but he's gone shittier too. It's gone through his legs and he's gone for 4 down to third man because it's gone through his
Old
legs.
thighs would have stopped those.
Yes. Yes. Hashtag fat people deserve to be wicket keepers. It's not even dropped, it's just completely
There's
evaded
a
him.
googly, beats the batsman, all ends up, and it's gone through his leg. Shadab has
Close your
beaten the
legs,
batsman,
Captain.
but the
Close your
captain
goddamn
could not
legs.
collect that. That would have been a stumping chance, and Shadi is not
Our
happy.
wicket keeper whores.
Our keeper what?
Whores. They can't seem to close their legs on time, folks. They can't seem to do it.
I feel like if the Sneem was listening right now, she'd give you a piece of advice.
Oh, shit. No. We love this team. Don't
I think
do
we've
that.
had a failure in the lights.
Oh, great.
Oh, we can't afford a break. End this match now.
No. It's
Nope,
fine.
One of the lights has gone off.
That's fine. It's just one of them.
So, you think you're gonna have an international match with one entire
It's just
set
third.
of lights
It's
off?
just third man. Put Asif Ali in there and forget about it.
लाइटें बंद हो रही हैं KSC यहाँ भी पहुँच गई है.
Some of the Lou fanboys are in. I like how we have a lot of affinity with our cookies.
Brands? Yeah, hell yeah. Are you a 0 plus man yourself?
No, we've talked about this.
Well, let's just go back for the OGs, for the people who've been here from day one, for the 9 people who've been listening.
I absolutely despise
Zero Biscuit, yeah. Oh, look at that activation. The Zero Biscuit's being dipped into the chai. It's the only country in the world in which you'd have a cumin seed biscuit being dipped into a a sweet beverage. Welcome to Pakistan.
Are you a chai man or a coffee man?
Oh yeah, that spun too much, that last LBW appeal. Honestly, I like both if they're iced or cold. I'm not a hot drinks kind of person. Iced tea or iced coffee, yeah, any day. I think we're going to have a fairly lengthy break here, given the fact that the light tower is turned off. The Sri Lankan batsmen, all of them are outside, just chilling, shooting the shit with each other. Shihan Jayasuriya is
Great
walking
batting,
around.
though, you have to say, because the earlier part of their innings, they were really struggling.
Yeah.
They've come back strong. They look well collected.
Tough conditions and good mental strength shown by both of these
And it's not an
batsmen.
easy bowling lineup to get away. I mean,
For sure.
the likes of New Zealand and England and Afghanistan and South Africa struggled with them at the World Cup. We should have beat Australia at the World Cup too. But that is a
Yeah,
story
that was
long
that
run.
one game which I do regret not winning, because had we won that, things might have been different.
We would have been in the semifinals at the
Yeah,
least.
you never know. Pakistan lifting that trophy in England with Sarfraz Ahmed as the captain.
Yeah.
The most useless batsman Pakistan have produced over many years.
What do you make of that square that they have around the practice pitches? It's a bit weird.
Yeah, it is a bit weird, but, it's whatever.
Jayasuriya getting close to his 100, and he was well behind the 100 strike rate mark.
Yeah, at one point he
When he
was
started.
playing at like 30 off 47, but he's picked up the pace, 85 off 99, and Shanakas giving him good support, 58 off 68. Like I mentioned, Isrudana is still there. He is a big hitter, and not seen too much of Hasaranga, but you never know. He's batting at number 8 in this lineup. Could be able to swing that bat. The rest of the lineup very dismal in performance. Gunathilika, Samara, Vikrama, Avishka, Oshada, and Tiremane not getting their starts today. 14-6-0-1-0. That's the top order for Sri Lanka. And then 85 and 58 for the lower order batsmen. They're still in this. The Sri Lankans 184 for 5, 37.2 overs in. We have had a little break because of the light tower failing, as we contemplate the shawarmas that are about to reach, hopefully within the next 15 minutes. And what kya ho raha hai ji?
Do you want to talk politics?
Yeah.
We've already
there's
done
nothing to
that.
Talk about that. It's the battle of the shits. Let's talk politics.
No,
Why
no,
not?
no, no.
There
No.
isn't there isn't too much that we can lose at this point. So
We already lost. Never mind.
we'll lose a couple.
184.
Of viewers. Wow.
For 5.
Yo, can you give me that?
What'd you order from Noon? They're running now?
Not running. They're stationary.
What do you mean we play cricket? We've canceled all of our cricket games. We only play. Saturday's done already. Open it. Give him his soap as well. This man ordered soap online. He hasn't washed his hands in 2 weeks. Bring the soap. We'll be back after a break because the floodlights are being fixed. We will see you then. Lanka the drunk. Shehan J. Surya, good batsman and good ass. 184 for 5. 37.2
Sri Lanka's
overs
ass.
gone. America's ass and Sri Lanka's ass. Shehan J. Surya. Gopi Miyakawal, welcome back.
Mangopes.
Is he also an Arsenal fan?
I don't know. I feel like everyone's an Arsenal fan.
We have a lot of Arsenal fans that
Yeah.
listen in.
Why do you guys hate yourself so much?
184 for 5.
Leave your comments in the comment section.
My
below.
director at work is also an Arsenal fan, and I don't understand why he's turning his kids out to be Arsenal fans as well. 2 of them, 2 young
It's like start them off
naive
young
boys.
and just, yeah, why?
that are going to put through so much. This picture quality is awesome. Proper one. Oh, I think he's being sarcastic because I saw our picture quality was shit earlier. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about our quality or are you talking about the game? Because the game, yeah, it's good.
Are you
quality.
sarcasm or are you real?
It's good quality. The game is being telecasted in high definition today.
Especially on 10 cricket.
Mm-hmm.
The home of cricket.
184 for 5. Shadab will continue here.
Oh, clipped away off the pads. That's going down to fine leg. Shinwari, the Lobia man, is chasing it, but that is going to beat him. 4 runs. So not the way Pakistan wanted to restart after that little intermission.
Sometimes breaks can hurt batsmen, though. We've seen
They
that.
can, but in this case, I feel like they've just picked off where they left off from. Picked up where they left off.
Yeah, you can't give them that much space, and Shadab's
he's
giving.
being serious. He's saying
Yeah.
it is 1080p. Okay, well, that's great. Last Pak and Pak match with Zimbabwe had shit video.
I do remember that, those old 10 cricket days where it was like.
PTV stream करता है Pakistan online Pakistan में, because I remember मैंने एक बार पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए टीवी में मसला था. I watched the matches online, but I don't know अगर पाकिस्तान में continuously streaming होती है PTV पे.
Meanwhile, Shanaka is 58 off 68. Shadab into his 5th delivery of the over.
Oh.
Oh, beats the outside edge, and Safraz finally collects one. The partnership, the Sri Lankans now need 117 off 73 deliveries. It's very much doable.
Shahan
If
Jayasuriya is
they-
10 runs away from his
Maiden 100.
Yeah.
Shot from Shanaka goes down, goes deep into the Karachi outfield. It'll be one bounce over the ropes for 4 more. Another expensive over for the Pakistani. Sri Lanka now 193 for 5 after 38.
Masked Dwai saying, is it time for Sarkhel voice note or should we wait?
I
think
reckon-
just a little bit more, maybe until he gets a century and then after
I
that.
think we're just nearing that position.
Feeling aa rahi hai thodi वैसे
Yeah.
वही वाली.
Speaking of is a little bit of Zimbabwe cricket on our TV, Singapore beat them yesterday.
Yeah, I heard that was quite remarkable.
Apparently, it was a thrilling game. One of the T20 World Cup qualifiers.
Mhm.
I mean, it's nice to see Singapore do that, but also there's a part of me that died seeing Zimbabwe do so bad.
Yeah, Zimbabwean cricket has really taken a nosedive. It's unfortunate.
And it's because we've turned our back on them.
yeah, partly.
ICC's turned our back on them, banning them.
Yep.
It's just not constructive. For
Yeah, you need
anybody
to find
involved.
ways around it if you're gonna ban countries for government interference and things like that.
Well, the
then
first one banned would be India.
Exactly. I was just gonna say there's a lot of bigger countries that should have that action taken against
The
them.
Indian government specifically decides that they cannot tour specific locations like Pakistan and the
or
UAE,
have countries tour them. 'cause,
or have countries tour
they
them.
have threats of wickets being dug up and
So
pitches
simply,
destroyed.
the first country to be banned on those bases would be India.
100%.
Usman Shinwari now steaming in, left arm fast. This is dabbed away down to third man.
Inching closer towards that 191 now of 102. Shanaka is hung in there with him 62 off 70. He's played some great shots, those lusty blows as Ramesh Raja would call
Yeah,
them.
Shanks has been on the money, to be honest. But Jaya Surya, I have to say, I have to pay homage to this innings because without sounding like Brendan Rodgers, full of character, this young
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Because he started off and he was a bit iffy and a lot of good pace bowling that he was not really getting away.
Yep.
But he's come into his own. He now looks comfortable. He's getting the spin away, and he's into his 90s.
Exactly. Weathered the storm, and he's taken advantage of some loose deliveries and poor bowling by the Pakistan spinners. 194 for 5, 38.1 overs in. Sri Lanka need 112 off 71, and we've had another light tower failure, so I'm anticipating yet another break. Yep, the boos are ringing out around the stadium, and I think we'll be back in another few minutes.
And this never happens in a domestic game, so I'm not sure. Maybe
Yeah, there's some
there's
sort
an
of failure, some
the
sort
Indian
of yeah.
agent, some MQM agent just hanging
Raw.
around.
Wow.
Cutting
you said
off the
Indian
power.
MQM and all in the same sentence.
It is
Alright.
now. It's
Great.
official, by the way.
And Gopi Miyakawala saying just tuned in. Overall themes of the match, other than the Babar boss century. I think Masad can take you through since he's been watching.
Yeah, I mean, the batting was obviously dominated by Babar in the top order overall. Middle lower order, not much to write home about. Safraz was lackluster. Iftikhar, the last 2 overs that he played, were good. In the bowling department, Usman Shinwari opened the bowling 3 wickets, prolific wickets. He beat up a couple batsmen just with pure pace. Ahmad Wasim, as his spinner, was good with his lines and length and also fast through the air, so he got a couple wickets as well. 1 apiece for Muhammad Amir as well. And we are at 194 for 5 now. Since then, after we had Sri Lanka at about 45 for 5, Pakistan took their foot off the gas, and it shows. It shows because Shanaka and Jayasuriya have brought Sri Lanka back into this game, and in a few more overs, we might be saying that Sri Lanka will be in the ascendancy. Well, we are going to go on a short break, wait for these Karachi lights to come back. Until then, could you please send us across your most recent favorite cricket memes so we can put together a collection on Instagram. See you in what should be a few minutes. Okay, Emmett will start.
Right, we're back after that. Yet another delay. Usman Shinwari is continuing to bowl against Shanaka and Jayasuriya. 196 for 5 after 38.4 overs. Sri Lanka are fighting to try and achieve this mammoth total. 307 still needed, and Pakistan have struggled. Lots of lots of breaks have come in, and I've just realized I ordered the food to my apartment. So.
Short delivery from Usman Shinwari. It's whipped off the pads by Shanks, and it'll just be a single down to a deep square leg. The Karachi crowd has slowly filtered out, but Sri Lanka are now closing into maybe a very unlikely victory here. 109 off 67 deliveries, and the Sports Minute of Sri Lanka will be fairly content with this viewing tonight.
It's an awful suit.
That is a teal suit.
And he's wearing a teal shirt underneath. That's like
a teal suit with a teal shirt underneath.
It's horrible fashion sense, my friend. जो भी है teal पे blue shirt क्यों पहनी आपने? Light blue वो भी. Unbelievable. I hope there isn't another break in this game because I can't take it. Yeah, just
okay.
Yeah.
Usman Shinwari is now coming in last. Well, beautiful Yorker, but he's dug out well as well, down at third man for a single.
We've just discovered this magical song by Ali Zafar.
It's a cover of Imagine.
He's done a cover of Imagine by John Lennon, and there's just some moments in that song that are truly breathtaking. Like that.
I think it's not. I think individually it's not even that bad. It's the key
Exactly.
change in the song.
Exactly. If you listen to this this amazing cover by Ali Zafar, or an attempt at a cover, then you realize how bad that moment is. Because I think out of context, it doesn't sound as bad. But yeah, in the context of the song or the way that it was going, that was just laugh worthy, and we were rolling in.
Pretty disappointing.
Yeah. Much like. Sounds like Herbert the Pervert. Sounds like Mossad.
Okay, no.
Sounds like Mossad singing.
No. You cannot equate all falsettos with Herbert the Pervert.
Except yours.
No. अभी तुमने सुना नहीं बेटा falsetto तो मैं सुनाते.
कुछ लोग हैं जिनके single
this is
letter
played
last
away.
names हैं मुझे पता है.
Did you hear that?
कुछ
लोग हैं जिनके single letter last names हैं.
I'm fired shots everywhere. I have no friends. I need enemies.
199 for 5, 39.1 overs gone.
If you're hearing us, come at me, bro.
But can't you put it on the pads? Shanaka 64 off 73. Makes room and misses it completely. The required run rate is about 10 and over. And they have the wickets in hand, too. As the shawarmas have landed safely through the drone deliveries. मन कर दूं मैं. सारे इधर अली जफर फैंस हैं ना. We stand. It's clipped away on the leg side for a single. 200 comes up for Sri Lanka in the 40th over. It's a good timing on the run rate. They just need 100 off the last 10.
And no one cares.
Commentary going on while the shawarma's going in and out. More in than out. Jayasuriya 94 off 105. He's nearing his first international 100, and he doesn't know what to do with that short delivery. He's still having difficulties with the pace.
We are back after a slight refueling break as Pakistan have finally made the breakthroughs. So we sat through about, I think, 30 overs of them not doing anything. The Sri Lankan batsmen attacking us, dominating us. And then as we went off the air for a few moments, Pakistan picked up 2 wickets. Both the set batsmen are gone now. 41.4 overs in, 206 for 7. Isru Udana and Hasaranga are out there now. Pakistan just need to perform the final rites here and close out this innings for an emphatic victory. However, 3 wickets still to go, and if the tail wags just a bit, Pakistan might be under some pressure. 206 for 7. Shadab Khan is bowling to the right-hander Hasaranga, who hasn't played more than 11 matches. And Shadab picked up that wicket of Shanaka, while Shinwari was able to stop Jayasuriya 4 runs short of his maiden 100. Single off that last delivery of the over. Or just 1 to go, actually. Nope, last delivery of the over. 207 for 7. Pakistan closing in on a victory. Musad Afzal and the producer Sarfaraz are both downing shawarmas. They have drowned their sorrows in meat and oil and carbs. And I'm just here. The great Ali Zafar on the mic.
By great, I mean shit. It's been a mixed bag for Pakistan today. I mean, we batted really well. Had that amazing century from Babar Azam. Great start from Fakhr and Haris Sohail. Made 305. Got the 36 for 5 against Sri Lanka. And then we had a 180-plus run partnership build between Jayasuriya and Shanaka, which was really breaking our spirits. But thankfully, Usman Shinwari with the big breakthrough first. And then Shadab Khan, Sri Lanka now 3 wickets away from losing this, and 100-plus runs still needed. Shinwari back, looking for that 5 for. Dab towards offside, takes off, goes back down the wicket, and then he's made to turn back. Shinwari deserves a 5 for here. He's making his comeback to the Pakistan side on what is potentially his home ground. Bouncer wayward down the leg side, should be called a wide, but a good take by Sarfaraz Ahmed. Diving to his left, he collects that low off the ground. It is signaled wide by the umpire. 208 for 7 now, Sri Lanka. They had some hope while the 2 batsmen are out there, Shanaka and Jayasuriya, but since the loss of those wickets, it more or less looks done. Pakistan are relaxed, and Wahab Riaz is warming up, so he should be coming into the attack after this over. This is the last one for Shinwari. He's 1 away from another 5 for. This man picks up wickets in bunches, or he doesn't pick up wickets at all. Coming in for his second delivery. Slip in place. Hasaranga facing. Oh, that's lifted up into the air by Hasaranga. There might be a man under this. Nope, falls just short of Wahab Riaz, running back from Muhammad Amir, running back from mid-off. They'll pick up 2 runs, but that could have been the 5 for Usman Shinwari. But falls safely into the gap. Our intern and Karachi resident, Ahmed Afzal, is in the house. He's stuffing money safely back in his brother's wallet. Not sure what he's taken there, but he seems content. Shinwari again for his 3rd delivery on the 10th over. On the pads, and they'll get a quick single down towards mid-on. They are looking for 2, but turned back safely by Udana. 95 needed off 45. They will need a miraculous effort here. Some big hits, some lusty blows. Otherwise, they will fall well short of this target. Pakistan should win comfortably. They didn't look comfortable at one point, though, because that partnership looked to be taking the game away from Pakistan. Musad Afzal has downed his meat and oil shawarmas. Has downed his meat.
211 for 7. 42.3 overs gone. Usman Shinwari, it would be an emphatic comeback from him if he gets his 5 for today. Just 1 away from that. Sri Lanka 95 for 45. This seemed a lot closer a while ago, but distant memory of the comeback as Isru Udana paces, gets an inside edge onto his pads. Could have been bold. And shadow bats this away over long on. But it's not all lost for the Lankans tonight. A lot of hope in Jayasuriya and his partner today. A partnership over 150 runs.
180.
180.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll take heart from that. There's still a few games left in the series. They have another one day. Then they have 3 T20s coming up. So if the lower middle order is performing, then they'll be looking at big totals. Maybe perhaps they bat first in one of the games, win the toss, and a good contingent out from Sri Lanka. It's really great to see that they've stuck around throughout this innings, made noise. Despite all the breaks that we faced. Shinwari again for his 5th delivery. Slower one. Outside edge, and that's a 5.
There it is. It's a big moment for Usman Khan Shinwari, who was left out of the World Cup squad unfairly, I would say so, for a young Mohammad Hasnan who's come back to Karachi, and it's a night of redemption for him. 5 wickets against Sri Lanka. And he's won this game for Pakistan single-handedly. 211 for 8 now. For Lankans.
That was the last hope for the Sri Lankans. Isru Udana goes for a wild slog across the line, and the slower delivery does the trick as he edges that to the keeper, goes down, does the sajda, and he's picked up a 5 for in his return to Karachi, in his return to the Pakistan lineup.
It's been an all-round Karachi Kings performance tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Babar Azam first, and then Usman Shinwari, our resident Karachi fan. Ahmed Afzal is pumping his fist. 2 fists. Oh, well, what is he doing now? But he seems happy, he seems content. Salman Iqbal will be very happy with his selections. He's just met Bill Gates, as we've mentioned, so he's already on a high. The greatest entrepreneur from Pakistan, meeting the greatest Western mind.
See, I'd agree if you were talking about Javed Afridi.
Javed Afridi is there, man. He's selling that drug money. He's making tons of it. I respect him for that. All these Sri Lankan bowlers and batsmen are really, carrying a lot of heat in the back. If you know what I mean.
Are you talking about their butts?
Yes. Their back bosoms.
Right then, 211 for 8. Lahiru Kumara comes in with an outstanding record of average of 8.
I'm going to say outstanding ass. Yeah, outstanding average of 8. Can Shinwari pick up one more? Last delivery of the 43rd over. Goes
could have gotten the middle stump knocked
at
out.
the wickets. Yep, just a wild slog across the line from Kumara. Misses the stumps, and that's the end of his 10. Shinwari's been exceptional. 5 wickets for 51. He pried out the early ones, and then he's come back around to close out this innings. Pakistan just 2 away now from winning this match and putting us out of our misery. It should be Mohammad Amir and Wahab Riaz to take us to the close. If you are still listening, for whatever reason, then we are Change of Pace, and we're glad to have you here.
Yeah, wonderful evening for Usman Shinwari. The 6th over went for plenty runs with a few boundaries, but the rest of he's been economical. Below 4 runs in the rest of his 9 overs. He's bowled 10, 1 maiden, 5 wickets, and just 51 runs given away.
Just keep playing that like on loop, doesn't matter.
Right then, Wahab Riaz now, 7 overs, 20 runs given away. Hasaranga will face him. Ooh, nice, good length delivery.
I think he deserves a wicket tonight. He's bowled well, and he's been a bit unlucky with some of the shots that the Sri Lankans have played. Some edges falling short.
Yeah, he had Jayasuriya on the ropes the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. Some edges and mistimed shots that fell short of the fielder. So,
but speaking of unlucky, Jayasuriya should have gotten to his 100. It was a well-deserved.
Yeah, just tried to glide that shot down to third man, Jayasuriya, and he edged it to the keeper, who took it with glee. Slow-mo cameras, man.
Well, not everybody has that 4K. Oh, wonderful shot from Hasaranga. But there's a man in the deep, third man that'll collect. He just opened the face of his bat and just guided this. Lifted this over the slip cordon. There's a couple slips in place now.
Yeah, it was a nice ramp shot. Still landed safely short of third man. They'll pick up a single. Again, I think Pakistan just need to go at the stumps because these last few batsmen are not renowned to be
Pakistan need to get 10 wickets here, though. If they don't get 10 wickets, it's 100%. A bit of an embarrassment.
I mean, these next 6-7 overs should not be survived by Wanindu, Hasaranga, and Lahiru Kumara.
Lahiru Kumara has got a 150-kilometer arm on him, so I'm sure he's got some big hits. Wahab Riaz. Oh, wonderful delivery outside off stump. Could have taken the off stump for a walk.
That was sharp.
And Kumara just misses it.
89 miles per hour. That was sharp.
He's bowling 89 miles per hour in his 8th over. That's a wonderful effort from Wahab Riaz on the evening. And 0 in the wickets column does really not justify his effort tonight.
Yeah, it's really heartening to see when he comes back in for his 3rd or 4th spell in the 44th over. You know, been standing around on the ground, not doing much.
But anybody that's watching the game will realize that, you know, there's plenty in Wahab left. Oh, another good Yorker from him, but it's dug out by Kumara. Straight to the man at mid-on.
Yeah, plenty for a guy who's still 33, 34. Usually, you know, players are heading towards the twilight of their careers, but he's making another comeback.
Yep.
And he's bowling well. I think he's been one of the best bowlers for Pakistan over the last few months. Have a look at some of those wickets from Usman Shahriwari tonight. He's used up his pace. He's changed his pace, and he's gone full when he's needed to. Some batsmen have played loose strokes against him.
Yeah.
They've handed him his wickets, but he's deserved the 5 for.
Wahab again, brilliant
again.
Yorker. This has been a wonderful over, an exhibition of full fast bowling from Wahab Riaz.
Just
And,
inches away from a wicket.
Yeah, he needs one. He really definitely deserves one.
He's bowled 3 consecutive Yorkers, just missing the stumps by a mere centimeters or inches, and he will most likely go back to that delivery and look for that first wicket of the innings. Usman Shahriwari just stretching his limbs. He's done a great job for Pakistan tonight, and they should cruise to 300. Oh, sorry, to the 10 wickets.
Slow one this time, Wahab. Wow. Disguised that well, but Kumara ready for it. Just defends that away. It's another dot delivery. 2 and 2 for 8 after 44.
That's a drastic drop in or change in pace from him. He goes from 89 to 62 miles per hour. That's
quite a bit.
That's quite significant.
I wonder what his hand position is like when he does that, because if it's not easy to pick, it's a lethal delivery.
I feel like his arm speed drops just a bit because the batsmen seem to be ready for that one. So maybe they are able to read it. I don't know. I'm not facing him, so I can't really say much. The second ODI, or the third ODI, pardon me, will be on the 2nd of October in Karachi. That's just a few days away. Hopefully there will be a better turnout from the crowd and a more evenly contested match. And then 3 T20s to come on the 5th, 7th, and 9th of October, all 3 in Lahore. And we're hoping for a big turnout there. We're hoping for a bigger turnout in our comms box as well. AZ Khwaja.
Oh, down the track
that's
from
a glorious shot.
Hasaranga. This is the shot of the night. Yes, it is beautiful. Comes down the track and lofts Shadab Khan, who's absolutely dumbfounded over extra cover for half a dozen. It's almost disrespectful of the leg spinner.
That's from a number 9 batsman. He's just come down the track and inside out over extra cover. That's a tremendous stroke.
I think many Sri Lankan batsmen, full-time batsmen, would have been proud of that stroke.
Absolutely.
218 for 8. Hasaranga, 11 off 10 after that beautiful 6. And he goes again, but I think he doesn't get a hold of it this time. It shall fall. Oh, and it falls safe.
And it's Imad Wasim, of course. He doesn't put in any effort, and they'll come back for 2. The tubster.
Imad's got to do better in the field. He's been poor all night.
All night. He hasn't looked like he cares. I think he just knows that the match is won, so he's not putting in an effort.
That's not good enough. This is an international game.
Yeah, and his tongue is out. Man's panting like a dog, and he's missing these easy chances.
Yeah, just
A
no
few
effort
meters
there
away.
either.
Just
no
not
effort.
trying. Again, Shadab Khan to Hasaranga, who comes down the track.
Oh, what
and
a
he's
shot.
got it again. This should
What
go
a
over the
shot.
side screen. 6 runs.
Shadab is really taking a beating here. Islamabad United fans, cover your eyes. Hasaranga comes down the track, gets to the pitch of delivery, and smashes him over the side screen.
That's how Sarfaraz and Shadab must be feeling. He's gone for plenty tonight. And again,
Good
Hasaranga,
full swing of the arm as well. Beautiful shot.
connects cleanly, and he's launched this over. Mid-on, long-on, whatever you want to call it. Shadab Khan is dumbfounded, scratching his head, doesn't know what's coming at him. Don't think he expected this from a batsman.
No, not at all. But this is good ball, good batting, and a good comeback from Shadab
Loopy
this time.
delivery
Good
this
length.
time. Yeah, loopy delivery. Tried to sweep him, but beaten by the flight.
I have to admire Hasaranga's courage, though.
Yeah, all of these Sri Lankan batsmen, regardless of what the situation's been, they haven't given up. They're still attacking, and even now,
King
they're
Wenger saying
trying to go for
Shadab
that
Canaria.
target.
Oh, another heave this time on the leg side, but he misses it.
Not giving it wide.
Shadab's smart. He's just straying away on the offside this time because he knows
Premeditated
Hasaranga's
shots are coming.
Gonna
Yeah.
try to heave him away because lower order batsmen do prefer that leg side.
I think he should stick to the shot that he's been playing down the track. That's been working
he's
well for
definitely
him.
good enough for it. And
Oh,
beautiful!
again.
Good comeback from Shadab.
Ye karani thi keh rahe Sarfaraz.
Good back, because he's really worked on his length.
Yeah.
The latter part of that over. 45 down, 226 for 8. It's been a rough night for Shadab Khan.
Yeah, but still good over for Sri Lanka. They picked up 13 runs off it, and Sarfaraz doesn't seem too bothered or phased. I feel like after he's lost this weight, his temper might have gone too.
Yeah, but I think
Seems a lot calmer tonight.
I think he's slightly upset with Shadab, and I think rightly so.
Yeah, just, I mean, a couple of sixes when you're looking to clean up the innings and, go home. There's still 5 overs left now. Sri Lanka need 80 off 30, which is more than improbable. However, again, you never know. But I feel like we've reached the point of no return for Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Second ODI, third ODI. We should be live for that as well. Live from the NSK. We're hoping for a slightly better crowd, both online and offline, on Wednesday night. But we will be live for that. Hopefully, Khwaja will be with us as well. The Yorker from Wahab Riaz.
Well
He's
dug
been
out.
on the money again. Dug out from Kumara. And onto the leg side for a single.
It's a very rainbow seating selection. Very inclusive of all colors.
Goodness me, I think these past 4 months, Wahab's hairline has receded even further back.
100%. I think he's just saving up money for that big transplant. I'm going to go to Turkey. Get that Nawaz Sharif cut.
227 for 8.
Speaking of bad hairlines, here's Asad Afzal.
Hasaranga 19 off 15. Nice little head shake from him.
Little cameo. Wahab Riaz now to
Stephen,
Hasranga.
he really deserves a wicket here tonight, Wahab, but it's full toss goes straight to point, and I think that's hit him on the arm. I like how Sarfaraz manages to hide Haris Sohail in the field.
Yeah.
He definitely is the weak link in this increasingly efficient Pakistani fielding setup.
Yeah, Pakistan's improved their fielding standards. I mean, there was a drop in the middle, but they've been good with runouts recently, not dropping catches. Also in the outfield, there are some weak links there that need to put in some more effort. As Wahab comes steaming back in, slower delivery.
Apish, it
Oh, that's a
clears
great
the
shot
infield.
again.
Goodness me, Hasaranga, he definitely needs a promotion. This time it's a good length delivery outside off stump. He waits on it and just lobs it over the inner circle for 4. Wahab Riaz has been taken to the cleaners by this man. He's batting at number 9, but I increasingly question this positioning from the Sri Lankan think tank. He definitely should be batting at around 1 or 2.
Yeah. He seems to fancy the offside too. Goes over the covers very easily, and I think I know what's coming. So Asasa has
Oh, this time dabbed away. There's a man at third man that'll collect. It'll just be a
एक तो
single.
ये जलालत देखनी पड़े और फिर तुम हमारे साथ ये कर रहे हो ऊपर से हद है वैसे only Karachiite in this room ये तीन जो बैठे हैं
How dare you? How dare I have never lived a day permanently in Punjab.
born Karachi man what are you talking about
I was born in Karachi, bro. Wow.
that's true
Racial profiling. 232 for 8. Yeah.
looks a block
Producer
away from
Sarfaraz is
Lahore.
gatekeeping Karachi, like the shittiest thing to gatekeep. 232 for 8 after 45.4. Wahab now steaming in. This time outside the off stump, shoulders, arms. To it does Kumara. Can you racially profile people from Karachi? Because Karachi is a bit of a melting pot, isn't it? Everybody lives there.
yes exactly
Wow.
भैया जो होते हैं तुम्हें मतलब कहाँ से आते हैं ए भैया कैसे हैं हमारा क्या हाल है
It doesn't make
कैसे हो?
sense to like have one type
No, and
of
also they
Karachiite.
racially profile and stereotype Muhajirs, so that's part of the.
Yeah, well,
part
maybe
of the
you should get
problem.
your own.
No one heard that.
232 for 8. And we are live from Punjabistan, 45.5. Kumara, 1 off 7. Hasaranga, 24
खुदा
off
के लिए out
18.
कर दे यार.
Oh,
That's it on the pads.
oh, he's giving it. Wahab's got a wicket. Wahab's got a wicket tonight, and it's probably the hardest he's ever worked for one. Really bowled well tonight, that's Wahab Riaz. And finally gets the big booty Kumara. Wow, there is a lot of junk in that, I have to say. He's trotting back, and he's leaving behind a lot.
Is he one of the Kardashian sisters?
Swear to God.
What's happening here? I feel like a wounded animal that's just like not being put, put out of his misery. Just like shoot me.
One
Shoot me.
one wicket away.
I'm going to die. I'm going to die today. हाँ वो वाला सीन है मैं मारो मुझे.
Alright. It's been good viewing today for the
पैर ऊपर
Karachi
करो.
King.
पैर सीधा करो. If you don't get that reference, you're not living.
Oh my god.
Tell me that's not Herbert the pervert.
By the way, Fahim Ashraf will be with Northamptonshire again.
No one cares.
Wow. He did well for them this season.
फहीम बहुत
232 for 9, 4 overs left.
यार उसे मैं देख रहा था फहीम ने शादाब को ट्वीट की हुई थी कि मैं नंबर 3 पे आ गया हूँ T20 रैंकिंग्स में. या नंबर 3 पे शादाब आ गया, मैं 10th पे आ गया हूँ. तो वॉच आउट, मेकिंग माय वे अप. भाई की अर्ली सीजन,
I think Fahim has
कह
a
रहा
lot
है भाई
of
की अर्ली सीजन फॉर्म लगी हुई है वीरे. तेरे वीर की.
I like how this language is still remains, even though they're playing for like county level sides,
doesn't matter,
international
man.
sides.
Yeah.
I like
They have their own personalities.
Exactly.
And, yeah, their own
And
styles.
I think that's why these guys might be successful because
I
they
feel like
are
that's why
who
they're
they
more
are.
relatable too.
True. Down the track from the number 11, drives it away into the covers,
Hazaranga.
and it'll just be it'll be 3, I think.
2.
2.
Yep.
And
No,
that's-
it's nice. I like the camaraderie and the.
I like they don't try to be something they're not.
Exactly. Why,
If
why
they're
fake
dorky,
it?
if they're Pendu, whatever,
Exactly.
it's just what they,
Yeah.
you know.
Some of their accounts are managed, of course. You can see it in the tweets.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
most
yeah.
of the time, they're tweeting or saying things or posting things that
And I think
are
having the
them.
management is smart too, so they're not stupid either.
Exactly.
Oh, interesting. Gets down on one knee and proposes to third man, but doesn't connect. Does not connect at all.
Oddly familiar. Yeah, I was hitting the stumps. I'm not sure why Kumaro was so upset at that decision. 'cause
Was he? I
that's-
thought he was just upset because he kind of like scared away from the ball.
I think he was upset.
Oh,
at
down the
position.
track,
Oh,
he's
that's gone in the air.
connected. No, it'll just clear the inner circle.
And it's Imad Wasim of all people, so of course he's not going
He
to fetch this
really
in
does
time.
not give a shit, Imad.
Yeah, he looks like those knees are finally giving up on him.
Shadab's also been slightly unlucky because he's got those leading edges. None of them have really.
Fine, but he's gone for a lot of runs. I don't think he's been as much control as
Wahab.
as we've seen exactly in the past, and he's coming in for his 4th delivery. Hasaranga is still going after him. Quick one, pulls it away. Will they look for 2? I think they will.
I think they'll
It's
get it comfortably.
Harry out in the deep towards square leg. They'll pick up another 2, so it's been 2 on every delivery so far in this over.
238 for 9 are the Sri Lankans. It's been nice having them in Karachi. It's been a good game of cricket. It's been nice to see Usman Shanwari get into the action. And Babar Azam with 100. And a nice... Oh,
Googly
that
picks
might
it
just
in
be
the
caught
air.
in the deep. It is! Good catch.
Oh, it's the old man.
From
Iftikhar.
Iftikhar.
Look at that. How is he 29?
Goodness gracious. If I look like that when I'm 29.
Holy shit.
238 all out. It's been a mediocre night of one-day international cricket. Karachi has been mediocre on the return of one-day international cricket, but I have to say it is a good feeling to see an all-Pakistani crowd. It's a good feeling to see some lights on in Karachi and then cricket happening and people be happy about it. And it's always nice to see Pakistan win. Misbah is at the wheel, and we are at 100% record.
Misbah, exactly. A first win for Misbah Ul-Haq in his debut as chief selector, come coach, come whatever else you want to
Come
put
in anywhere.
there. Come as come in whatever. But that's
Highlights of the game, obviously, King Babar Azam, 1100 for him.
Just come as you are, an emo song. I think it qualifies.
Oh my goodness. Are we still doing this?
Nirvana's
No,
not emo, but come on.
exactly.
That song, the lyrics, I feel like it's there.
Right, so 11 ODI hundreds for Babar. He's 9 away from Saeed Anwar. And Usman Shanwari will pick up his 5 on his comeback. It's been a good night of cricket. For the few that joined us tonight, thank you. Once again, we will be live back on Wednesday. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wives. King Wenger, Karachi को दीवार से लगाया जा रहा है. यार, मैं क्या बोलूं?
Karachi's in New Mexico.
And with that,
But
we'll
let's
see you in
end
48
this.
hours.
Yes.
Good night and goodbye.
Ciao.